right, man. Yes, we are here.
Oh, Frank. Dude, so funny because I spent all week just like, there's so many things I can't wait to talk to you about on the show. And then I always see your banner in the beginning there, and I'm like, yeah, he nailed it. He nailed it. And then to this, just now, I noticed there's something on there that nobody talked about. Nobody even cares. How stupid does the Pentagon feel at this point? Nobody cares about your UFOs, bro. They're practically opening the door to Hunter Biden, fucking Area 51. You know what I mean? I think him and Tucker are doing their next interview at Area 51, and nobody cares. Dude. Nobody cares. Nobody talks about the alien reveals or whatever. Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. We all know you're lying. It's so stupid.
Dude, this one.
Stupid.
Come on, bro. This one was lame, right? Yeah. Drop number 5. By the way, didn't even know it happened. You know what I mean? Like, I was just kind of perusing. No, that's what I'm saying. I was perusing the news. And I think I did like a quick, like, hey, Grok, what's the top news of the week or whatever? And it was somewhere number 5 or in between 5 and 10. They had this UFO 5 drop from the Pentagon, man.
Nobody believes you.
Well, this one, no, I don't care. Why don't I care? Shouldn't we care about this on some level, right? No, not at all?
Because it's lies.
I don't know. This one was so lame. I mean, we're getting no videos. That's number 1. We've got no actual film of anything.
How about you tell me what happened to the Malaysian airline?
Exactly.
Whatever. Tell me what that is, and then I'll believe what you say after that.
We want to know the answer to the orbs that made the flight disappear, MH370, but also this drop. Yes. I'm not kidding. I'm looking at it right now with you right here. This triangular gizmo of some sort. This picture, that's what they're showing in this drop. This animated picture. They're claiming in this drop that 2 fellas at a Colorado military base in 2023 captured this triangular, massive 100-foot long black craft, and it kind of appeared to camouflage itself into the clouds and all this stuff. And they're keeping it classified. They're saying they simply cannot let the people see this one. So, what a lame drop, dude. We got nothing.
Got nothing,
right?
Dude. Come on.
Ridiculous. Absolutely.
And that Spielberg movie, dude, nobody even knows it exists.
It's funny. So, Pepino saw The Odyssey, and he was telling me about it. Thought, wow, great. Cool, man.
Of course, Odyssey. The boomers went to see it. They're the only ones that have the time and the money to go see an IMAX 3.5-hour movie.
Best part about the story was he's like, oh, I love being retired. I can just go see a movie at 3:30 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. There's no line, and then we get dinner afterwards. It's great, man. Must be nice. Must be nice. We millennials and everyone underneath shall never know retirement in our lives. Never. It's not coming our way, unfortunately. But he went to see it, and I was like, oh, that's cool, you know. And I was bringing up all the woke stuff, all the woke controversies, which they had never heard anything about. He didn't even know who Elliot Page was. He's like, who's Elliot Page? And I'm like, it's the little guy at the beginning of the movie when they get the horse and all that stuff. And he's like, I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't even remember. I was like,
that little woman playing the male soldier.
Like I don't even know. The movie was so long. It was the beginning. You know what I mean? He doesn't know. He had no idea what I was talking about, man. He doesn't know who Elliot Page is.
Half of it, dude. You know, he slept through half of it.
Doesn't even know who Elliot Page is. I explained it, the whole saga, how it used to be Ellen Page. Now it's Elliot Page. He's like, I don't even know who this guy is that you're talking about. I'm like, okay, that's perfect, man. You're the audience for this. And so I was explaining.
Wait for the Oscars. It's going to be the first transgender best supporting actor.
He won't even understand. That's what I'm saying. They throw all these extra words.
I like this fella.
They do this thing where you add all these enormous words where the boomers just stop paying attention after a few syllables. You know, you lost me. Whatever, just give him the award. Looks like a nice guy. And so I was bringing all this up, and then finally I got to the point where I'm like, well, then the biggest controversy, I was like, Helen of Troy being played by that black gal, and Pepino finally was like, oh yeah, what was going on there? There was a terrible. Now you understand. I'm like, they're checking boxes so he could win the awards. They still didn't understand that concept, but they understood on some primitive, basic level. There's something not right about Lupita Nyong'o playing the face that sunk 1,000 ships.
I mean,
right? Didn't make
bald,
a lot of sense.
No tits.
I know, dude.
I'm a prettier woman.
I literally said they had the casting right there. Charlize Theron would have been perfect for Helen of Troy. Honestly, I mean, come on, why not, dude? A little CGI action to get rid of the wrinkles. That's right there, man.
You gotta do like the Gal Gadot. It's gotta be
Gal
like
Gadot, yeah,
like darker.
I mean, personally, get me Sydney Sweeney and her titties in one of those ancient Greek dress showing off all the cleavage you can muster.
Kid. She's too pale.
It doesn't matter now, man.
Lupita Nyong'o, whatever, too dark. Sydney
Either
Sweeney,
way,
too white. Let's go with like a Gal Gadot. Give me a
Jew. Go in the middle. Give us a Jew. Yeah, now we're talking,
settle
man.
on the Jew. Yeah.
Long story short, I was telling them, hey, you know what? Regardless of the woke, I'm going to go check it out at some point. I'm waiting for the lines to die down because it's a Christopher Nolan movie. And we're living in an era now where it's down to Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino, where they come out with a movie and it doesn't matter your politics or anything. People are going to go see it. And then you go to work and everybody saw the Christopher Nolan movie or everyone saw the Tarantino movie. And Pepino was arguing me. He's like, no, there's plenty of directors. Like, Spielberg's great. I'm like, yeah, did you go see Disclosure Day? He goes, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, exactly, dude. Spielberg is gone, man. No, nobody saw Spielberg.
It was like his greatest work in the last decade. Like,
yeah. Didn't happen, man. Did not happen. So yeah, absolutely, man.
To be fair, they must have been too busy seeing the Rocco, what the fuck was that guy? The Bad Bunny performance. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, right. Yeah, Bad Bunny, man. Yeah.
I'm sure our parents went to go catch that instead of the Spielberg movie. I know they fell in love with him during the halftime show.
That's right, man. Yeah, good call, dude. Yeah, that's Bad Bunny. I literally have heard nothing about since the Super Bowl. That's how you know he's up there with hip hop music and everything else USAID was paying for the last 2 years, dude.
Yeah,
come on, man. So good call on the UFO shenanigans. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
It literally, yeah. And I think we have more important stuff going on in the world, man.
To prove nobody cares, I brought it up. We spent more time talking about the Odyssey.
It's been out for 3 weeks. No, we got more important topics, dude. It was all over the news today. It's all I'm thinking about this entire afternoon. AOC freezes her eggs.
And
she blames Trump.
Freeze your eggs. You already got that abuela body, baby.
I know. I thought she was pregnant, actually, but we've all seen that white, pasty, frumpy dude she's married to. They're not going to be having any kids.
He's not ready for what's about to happen.
No, absolutely not.
She's about to go from a hot young thing to grandma in like a 2-year span.
That's right, man. Yeah.
You're going to wake up and she's old.
She went on this week today and made a whole thing and did a whole TikTok performance on how she's freezing her eggs and she got a hormone injection and she's promoting IVF, and people are saying that this is because she's planning on a run for 2028 and she wants to hold off on getting kids till after the 8 years of her presidency.
Bad move.
Get the surrogate IVF.
You're gonna be 44 when you have the kid. Have the kids. It'll make you more sympathetic.
I don't know, man.
I think you gotta have the kids to run.
She's really busy fighting the oligarchy right now, right?
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
So you can't have kids and fight the oligarchy, man. It's impossible.
And it's really hard when you're married to the oligarchy. It's like constantly battle in the house,
AOC's out there. She's repping for her man, Abdul El Said. Is he the first Muslim that could be in the Senate? Is that how I'm reading this? Correct.
I think
is that right?
Yeah, I think I believe that is the first Senate. We have definitely some in the House because of places like Dearborn.
Right. You guys, yeah, no, well, I mean, we have, what's her name? What's that lady?
Rashida Tlaib.
Ilham Omar and all, the squad. Yeah. Half the squad is Muslim, right? But this will be the first senator, and he's jacked. And contrary to my personal belief, I thought the guy was 5'7", Mike. I thought we had a 5'7" feller. 5'9". I think he's wearing some lifts, dude. I've seen some of these footages of him meeting other people. Like there's
Ron DeSantis.
Well, dude, there's a clip of him and AOC, and they are eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder, same height, dude. Like, and AOC,
which means she thinks he's a bad man.
Just not a man. Not
a man.
Totally a man, right?
You gotta be 6'2" to be a man. 6'3", I'm sorry. 6'3" to be a man.
So El Said not in DSA. From what I thought he was DSA, but he's apparently DSA adjacent. However, AOC, like I said, she did a promo piece for this guy, and everybody seems to love him. He's a doctor, which apparently I found out earlier this weekend. He's never actually had any patients or performed anything as a doctor.
Beautiful.
Which is pretty standard for doctors on the left, right? Dr. Jill Biden. They never actually do any doctor stuff. So Said barely won. He got no blacks, which is hilarious because I saw Pete Buttigieg is out there. They're still fronting Buttigieg as this potential 2028 candidate. He's literally out there saying that he's considering it. He's considering the run, but he polls at 0% with black Americans. And same with the Said. Dude, this guy got none of the blacks, man. It's crazy. I think, and I might be right on the money with this, I think the Democrats are abandoning the blacks.
For the Muslims.
They're going all in on the Muslims, man. Yeah, they're Muslims.
The trannies. It's like LGBTQ, which is really funny because, I'm not surprised he's not a DSA member. A lot of these Muslims aren't DSA, but they're just teaming up with DSA because you guys are the useful idiots.
Right.
You're the fucking queers for Palestine. Yeah, they'll take your votes, and then they're going to kick you out as soon as they get the chance. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're useful idiots.
Oh, dude, white liberal women, right? And gays for Palestine. Both groups. You're either going to convert, which for half of you, it's not going to even be an option, but you'll either be, you'll convert or you'll be killed. And regardless of those two options, you will all be raped. That's how it works with these people. Everyone, and I'm talking about the fellas too. Fellas, you also will be raped before you either convert or get murdered. That's how it works with these guys. Because, dude, he's just like Ma'am Danny. He's the smiling, educated, trust fund kid, by the way. None of these people have ever worked a day in their lives, but they're talking about giving up all your property and income for the state, right? It's really insane where these people are coming from. One of the people on Mandami's crew, her dad is like a Golden Globe winning Oscar producer or something like that in Hollywood.
What? Dude, they're all rich kids.
Yes, all of them, man.
All of them are rich kids who went to fucking college, which when you go back in time, you go look at history, it's the same. It's literally repeating itself.
Absolutely.
All those socialists, all those fascists of the past, it all started with this socialist idea that they all got from college.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
So crazy. Yeah, it's so crazy.
It's totally nuts.
Sweeping the nation. I'm reading this book, Made in America, and it's really crazy. It's this guy who escaped China, and he did a whole book about like a couple of years ago about America, how we're like falling to the same trap that the Chinese revolutionaries fell into. And anyways, he's talking about how America essentially created China to be the threat it is today. And it literally just, it's Democrats like Bill Clinton, who are like in the 90s, just decide, you know what? We're going to open up trade with China. We're going to be we're going to kill them with kindness. You know what I mean? We're going to bring them into our trade agreements. We're going to open them up to us and our internet and everything. And then, capitalism is just going to win, and they're going to end up being more like us instead of us being more like them. And now you have a country that is flooding our country with fentanyl, killing hundreds of thousands of people. They arguably, I mean, whether they did it on purpose or not, COVID escaped from their lab.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Which we funded. That's what I'd say. Like we have this idea that they're gonna be our friend. They're not our friend. They never will be. They don't want to be. This guy broke it down how like China started the I forgot what dynasty it was, but it lasted from 1600 to 1911.
Wow, man. Yeah.
It's like these are the people you're trying to compete with, man. They don't give a fuck about you. They're thinking on such a long time scale. They don't care about your politics. You know what I mean? They're gonna play the long game. It's so crazy.
Like the longest of long games. We just celebrated 250? What was it?
250.
Yeah, 250. Yes.
They have dynasties that lasted longer than our whole country. That's what I'm trying to say. It's unbelievable, man. Just like Iran war. I'm being totally serious here. I think Iran exposed us to be the paper tiger, that we can't win a war.
Interesting. Yeah,
I had this argument with this guy at work of like, yeah, we lost the war, dude. We cannot. Okay, one side can't even stomach losing soldiers. The other side is using civilians as human shields.
Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah.
Which side do you? I mean, we can't win that war. We cannot win that war. They know they are willing to withstand all the punishment you can throw at them. They're just gonna wear you out. It's what they did in Afghanistan. It's what they all do. It's what Putin's done in Ukraine.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of internal pressure also within the ranks of Russia to make Putin kind of get a decisive victory out of this, to finalize this situation, to stop losing on their side, and get the territory that they want and prove that he's a good warrior, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that there's losses on both sides. So he
Huge
also
losses.
probably internally, there's a lot of pressure, maybe even just for him to maintain the power he has. There's probably internal struggling going on to take his power away from him so someone else can amass their own riches as he has. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
there's always a power struggle.
Absolutely, dude. And this is kind of quietly being buried, I think, under the rug right now. All we talked about for 4 years was Ukraine and the sleeves. We got money to Ukraine, right? But now, dude, nary a peep. Meanwhile, this war has really advanced over the last year. Specifically, the drone warfare aspect has really picked up.
It's crazy.
Dude, the front lines are expanding. It's escalating. They are now firing long-range drones and missiles into civilian infrastructure. They are bombing tit for tat now on clothing depots and warehouses and places where they manufacture electronics, because they are both civilian manufacturing plants, but also they are doubling as manufacturing for the war front and what's going on between the two sides. The conflict has really escalated the last few months, getting totally overshadowed by what's going on in Iran, rightfully so. But just you can see just on these graphs right here, which is pretty crazy. Let me see if I can make it a little bit larger here. But this is 2022 to 2026. And you can just see how wildly this is really ramped up. This is, and by the way, if you want to know who's winning the war, I think Russia might be winning this war a little bit.
What is that?
These are bombs dropped and fired. And so this is Russia versus Ukraine. It's a rough scene for Ukraine, right? Yeah, it's not that. These are just strikes in general, strikes. But they're going at it, man.
Another thing to take note is how many news articles and news stories are coming out of Russia where it's more than half, 70% of the media talking about how Russia's losing the war. Russia's out of ammunition. Russia failed. You never hear it.
No,
You don't hear
great
it come
call.
from Iran. Our
Man,
news media is nothing but talking about how we're losers. We suck because they, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Talking
man.
bad about Trump. It's crazy.
It's crazy too how we are so far away from Ghost of Kid.
I was just thinking that the other day, dude. I was just thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, man. Yes. So here's
and
what I
remember
love.
the Russian battleship. Go fuck yourself.
In Prigozhin and his rogue group of Russians who were going to turn against Putin and the coup d'etat that never was.
He was marching to Moscow, Frank. Frank, we were hoping Prigozhin would get to Moscow before Putin died of cancer. What? Putin didn't die of cancer. Pierogi's dead and crashed in the mountains in a plane.
Prigozhin.
Oh, it's so funny.
What a psyop, dude. That guy I don't even think ever existed. And then he just disappears. Oh, he was vaporized in a body. Yeah. Like, we can't even find his DNA. He was vaporized so fast. So here's what I love about this whole thing, though. It is spiraling a little bit out of control. The warfare is amping up. They are bombing the crap out of each other. It's starting to get involved with the civilians. There's a lot of talk. If you listen to Alex Jones, he gets a lot of these Russian guys on where they're like, "Oh, we're going to be dropping nukes in about 2 weeks, so everybody prepare for nuclear fallout."
He's been saying that for 6 years.
I love it, though. You need somebody out there saying it. Mike, you got to remember, you're the Paul Revere. If you spread the word that they're going to drop the nuke bombs, you're going to stop them from dropping the nuke bombs. Keep listening and remember to buy my methylene blue and my CMOS tablets.
That's the only reason they haven't done it. All these patriots buying his tablets.
Everyone's hopped up on CMOS, man. They're ready to go, baby. We're ready for World War III. But here's what I love about all this, because, again, it's funny. Biden was in. We all know the kickbacks, the DNC, and everybody were making through the money laundering that was going on in Ukraine, right? Through, remember Sam Brinkman? Yeah, the dude that now is rotting in prison. So you go through this article on CNN and they're just showing how, like, while this is spiraling out of control, they need more Patriot missiles and they can't get any funding from Trump because we're tied up in Iran, which we're going to talk about. They're apparently running out of bombs there. We're running out of money. And so we can't supply anything to Ukraine. And they show this nifty little chart in this article showing the funding that's gone down for Ukraine over the years. First of all, Trump administration, zero. But the Biden administration, bro, look at this bonanza. October 2024, when they knew they were going to lose the election, bro. Nearly 20 billion in funding for this war. That is
more than 20 billion. That's 20 billion pound.
That's like, great call. That's euro,
like
bro. Great catch.
Billion. Oh,
yes, man. That's a euro right there. Yeah. And it doesn't matter because before that, the highest funding was in August 22 when the war had just started. And we kicked them out about just shy of 10 billion euros, right? Then we kind of petered off a little towards the end. And then right in October 24, right when we knew, oh shit, Kamala's definitely not winning this thing. It's too big to rig. It's too big to rig, man.
That was right after they did that Beyonce skit. Where she didn't perform.
Yes, dude.
It blew up in their face. They were like, okay, we're done. Do what you can.
Why is it, though? Everything with the Joe Biden administration, it's just comically ridiculous graphs.
I know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, everything is just like a skyrocket hockey stick. Just, wahoo, we're going to the ceiling, baby. Everything. Like, even just the magical night of the 15 million voters coming out of nowhere, November 2020. You know what I'm saying?
2,500 pardons in one night.
Dude, no, I'm saying everything with Biden is just skyrocket to the moon, man. You know, I'm just like, come on, dude.
He is an extraordinary man, Frank.
For the left, the people of science, statistics, math. Just look at the math, man. I mean, it screams corruption. It screams corruption.
That's the problem. They're the college educated, but they're all the gender studies, Latino studies. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
All the people that like the STEM, the math, the science. Those guys are voting Republican.
$20 billion, dude.
In
the last, dude, like right when they knew they were gonna lose, like
in October,
dude. It like again, it's no different than the 1,200 pardons, most ever in the history of any president combined, in one single stroke of an auto pen. You know what I'm saying, dude? Yeah, man. There's corruption all the way down with that administration. Unbelievable, man. And look, crazy. Hey, just take a look at the administration we got on our hands now. It's corruption all the way down, man. It's
what no they're doing with the crypto and everything.
Oh, everything, bro. Yeah, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. They're making a lot of money.
It blows my mind that none of these people are saying anything about the crypto when all you talked about for like 6 months was Hunter Biden's paintings. Come on. It's no different. Trump literally held a fucking dinner for his crypto holders.
Yes, man. Come on.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, we are currently in another more real war, I would argue, that is probably a little more concerning. We're not getting out of this one, people. I hate to break it to everybody. I think it's one of them. Yeah. I think this might be one of them forever wars, bro.
Ben Shapiro. Man. It's so fun. Now he's like, okay, well, we're only 6 months into this war. It's not a never-ending war. It used to be like, oh, we've only been in it a week. Then it was 2 weeks. Then it was 3 weeks. Now we're 6 months in, and there's no end in sight. That's crazy.
No, not at all.
One of the problems they're running into, it's the same problem we had in Afghanistan. It's the same problem with the entire Middle East. You make a deal with the IRGC. Well, this fucking tribe in southern Iran doesn't give a fuck what IRGC. They're sitting there with RPGs. We're not done. You know what I mean?
Because you got the Houthis in the other side of the ocean, or in the Red Sea, right?
And then I was telling this guy the other day, like, just imagine, you and your boys are sitting there. You've been living in this desert in the middle of nowhere. All you guys, a bunch of RPGs and shitty Russian AKs from like the 70s.
Right, that we gave them, by the way. It was our CIA, right?
And then after 6 months of fighting the the U.S. military, they're backing down. And now you think you're gonna make a deal? Those guys have never been happier in their lives. These guys are on cloud 9. You just stood down the U.S. military.
Absolutely, dude.
And you believe it's from God. You're on a mission from God. You just beat the U.S. military. There's no deal. You're not making a deal. These guys are ready. We bombed a school where we killed 114 little girls.
Yes.
Who were just in school. Our left, the Democrats in America, far more upset than the Iranians.
Yeah, man.
Insane. They don't care.
No.
I don't care.
Who are we dealing with? I've been talking about this since the first day that this unfolded, March 1st, right after we bombed the crap out of them and they were on TV. Bibi Netanyahu's like, we bombed all of them. And then when the other guy showed up, we bombed them too. And we killed everybody. We don't even know who we're talking to anymore. And so now they're like, no, we got a deal. I swear to God, every night I turn on Jesse Waters and he's taking Trump's schlong out of his mouth. And then he's telling us about how great this war is and how we're killing everybody and we're in control and we're negotiating and a deal's imminent tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. What day is it? Maybe Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? It's just like always a couple days down the road. We're on the fence. We're about to make the deal.
Yeah, at least Democrats gave us 2 weeks. You guys keep saying 48 hours. Yeah, 2 weeks. We forget about it by the time the 2 weeks go. We don't forget 48 hours.
That's why I love.
This is where they lost me. This is where Trump lost me. And I'm like, oh, you lost this war. They can't even claim regime change. You're negotiating with the son of the guy you killed.
We think. He's allegedly he's missing limbs and half a face, man. We don't know who he's talking to.
So best case scenario, you're negotiating with the son of the leader you killed. That's not a regime change. You lost, you lost this war, dude. You lost.
Yeah, you got to pull out, and nobody likes pulling out, right? It's the least manly thing to do. But allegedly, again, I don't know who they're talking to, but Iran is issuing these, massive demands, and they're saying that that in order for them to fully reopen the Strait of Hormuz, we have to end all threats. We have to permanently halt attacks on Iran and the regional allies. We have to withdraw all U.S. forces from the Strait of Hormuz. We need to offer war reparations for all the damage we caused currently. And we will have to lift all sanctions. And they are demanding an unconditional release of their frozen assets. So, and again,
so you won.
Yeah. And I swear, you nailed it many weeks ago when you're like, dude, every time we send an offer, whoever's holding the cell phone and then starts to respond, Bibi Netanyahu just bombs that cell phone wherever it is. And so...
I don't think he really is, though. I think they're announcing they are.
Right.
Because who are you making these deals with? According to the news of Netanyahu, Jesse Waters, all these people, you killed everybody. From equivalent to us would be you killed their president, their vice president, the entire Congress, the Senate, you know what I mean, the House. So I don't get who you're. I don't know, but every time I turn around, you guys are negotiating with that Hamani whatever guy's kid.
Yeah, I don't know again who they're talking to. I think it's all BS. They're wagging the dog or something's going on here. We're not getting any, or we're getting zero truthful information is what I believe. And then you got this general, which is this treason? Do I know anything about treason as a civilian? I'm not really sure I do, but it seems like these guys shouldn't be going out and saying this stuff out loud, right? The whole, it's time to pull out. Isn't this kind of, you're messing with the strategery of the war game here?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, this guy.
It could be strategic, though. Maybe they want to put that out there.
Right. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they're trying to tempt Iran into keeping it going.
Right on. All right. Yeah. So we got Joint Chiefs. I am a former Joint Chiefs myself, actually, but we have a Joint Chiefs chairman here, Dan Kane, has been telling senior advisors, including VP Vance himself, that the U.S. needs an off-ramp on the Iran war and that all military options risk backfiring going further, and that the airstrikes alone will not achieve the stated goals. And so we have to pull out. I think this is obvious to everybody except for Ben Shapiro, who is willing to literally sacrifice American lives on the front line.
Yeah. He's draft, yeah.
Ben Shapiro wants to spill American blood, not Israeli blood, American blood on the front lines of Iran.
Not his pure blood.
And not his, right? Even though he's of draft age now, because they raised the age of conscription, don't forget, interestingly enough, before this. So, yeah, they got to pull out. Otherwise, it could be really bad all around, not just for us economically. They're saying we could have mass starvation if this continues, another couple months. Also, here locally, we could end up sinking into a horrible position economically, and this will just usher in more votes for the DSA, and, Trump will be essentially kind of audited by the American public, and we're saying, we're going to bring in these other radicals here and change the scene. But I think personally, I read this great article, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I read it in NPR of all places, that Trump is weirdly haunted by his legacy. And of course he is, because Trump's a narcissist and it's always about Trump. The guy literally puts his golden name on everything that he owns. I mean, he loves himself. So Trump is apparently, allegedly, based on insiders, looking for a way out. So I think you're right on the money with maybe having that Joint Chiefs fella go out there and say, hey, I'm telling Trump we got to get out, strategery-wise, right? So Trump privately, and actually sometimes publicly, expresses concern that the conflict in Iran will cause economic pain that could potentially lead us to a depression of some sort. And his greatest fear right now is that he will be remembered as the modern day President Herbert Hoover.
It's his fault, dude. Why you started the war for no reason?
It's pretty crazy stuff.
You go back to when he started the war, you had me and you being like, war in the Middle East? Yeah. Those are unwinnable. Those are unwinnable wars.
Our whole life. That's all we've seen is Gulf War. This is Gulf War 3, right? So yeah, he's worried. He's worried about his legacy.
Crazy.
Worried he'll be Hoover. what I found interesting about the article was they quoted George W. Bush from 2008 when he was leaving. He was trying to mitigate the incoming financial crisis of 2008, the housing market bubble crash. And he was quoted as saying, "We need to do whatever we can do. I do not want to go down as a modern Hoover." So this is apparently like an ongoing fear of all Republican presidents.
So then the next Republican comes in and starts another war in the Middle East and now worries about being... How about you guys just stop starting wars in the Middle East? It's kind of a common thread here. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have to worry about being Hoover if you didn't start the war in the Middle East.
Yeah, man. Good call. Good call.
Plus, I think we're doomed for we're doomed for depression anyways. You look at the statistics, man, on the economy, like just people. Dude, the average car sold today is over $50,000. The average car payment is like $740 a month.
Insane, dude.
The average household income is $84,000.
Yeah, man.
The average mortgage is over $2,400. You put that together, you're making the average couple now, you got $85,000 and your bills alone are $34-35 a month. Nah, that's unsustainable. That's not sustainable. That's why credit card debt's at an all-time high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Absolutely. No, I feel you, dude. I was actually, and it's funny too, people have no money, but I noticed nobody actually working all the time.
I know.
I've been catching this groove lately, which is, and this is Denver specific because we have socialists everywhere now at this point. Nobody actually is a capitalist out here, and we've kicked out all the major corporations, so there's no jobs to be had anymore. But Denver, nobody works on Fridays. It's like not a work day out here. So Thursday traffic is heinous. You like can't, it's gridlocked on Thursday. But then worse still, or maybe even more, for the rest of us schlubs who actually have to work full weeks, right? Monday through Friday, we kind of get to leave a little earlier on Friday because all the other assholes we work with don't work on Fridays, right? So we're leaving early on Thursdays, Fridays. Everybody who has to leave early on Fridays leaves early at the same time. Gridlock traffic at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I get home at the same time no matter what. That's what I've been noticing.
It's crazy. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of places I work, they like factories, warehouses, everybody goes home at noon on Friday.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Yes, okay,
I don't understand.
Wow, so I'm catching post-noon traffic then. I go home like 2:00 and I'm like, man, I'm really scoring a free one here, man.
No.
Yeah. Sticking
So
it to the man.
You're hitting those guys on the way to the beach. Like they already went home.
They got the shorts and the sandals, yeah.
They're starting their weekend already.
I'm sweating and screaming at everyone.
Screaming
Get out
and
of my way, man. Yeah.
I'm on my way to my last job. I still got all I got
right.
Fridays always get fucking brutal.
It is crazy though how if you get home, change into the home clothes, and then have to get back in the car and go somewhere, you encounter others who have yet to get home and they are just raging maniacs.
I know.
And you are like, your life is completely changed. Once
I'm already high, a little high.
Yes,
hey, buddy. It's not that serious.
It's a yellow light. We'll catch the next one, man. You know, it's a whole warped, different worldview, man. It's crazy.
Dude, this guy that was following me the other day, I was driving the vac truck. It's a big diesel truck. The vacuum, the cheddar. It's got an air horn. And every time the light would change, these people, urbanites, would just fucking come out of nowhere and clog the traffic, the whole intersection, so that we couldn't go until the light down the block. All these people would finally clear. So we were getting like 2 cars through this intersection. And then finally this lady pissed me off because she just like, her light was already red. She had no reason. She just fucking almost hit everybody. So I just pulled the air horn and I held it so long that I couldn't move because I ran out of air for the air brakes. No! It was like 5 minutes, dude. I'm just fucking the whole time. I was just holding it. Oh,
yeah.
Man, I hate everybody.
I don't know what it is. Out here, there's this weird calcified pineal gland zombification, too many booster shots in the Denver area. It's just people are fully zombified. They got no fire in the belly, no drive, no desire. Everybody is just dead, man. Spiritually, I feel like nobody has a soul anymore. Like, I blame the mRNA vaccines often because 80-20 people took the vaccine. So I feel like I'm surrounded 80% by people who are zombified on some level. But I really think it's the cell phones. I think the cell phones have just completely messed everyone up.
Ruined everybody.
And I'm on the road, and every single time I'm frustrated, it's a chick on her phone. She's literally on the phone, not driving, hitting the brakes for no reason. And then, or it's another guy, Denver man, also a chick.
Also a chick.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta tell you this. So I live right next to the railroad track, right? And I'm like the end unit. So like my living room window, I could see the gates that come down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
They're doing construction on the railroad, so they closed the crossing. Right?
Right.
Dude, there's signs for 5 miles. Right? Because if you come all the way to the gate now, I mean, you got to backtrack quite a bit to get around them. Right? So they warn you, hey, turn at this street. Hey, road closed at the tracks. And then it's like, hey, final turn. Detour this way. All day long. I've been sitting here for all weekend. It is just chick after chick hitting that, like getting right to the side.
Yeah.
They literally drive right up to the fucking side.
Yeah, man.
And then they're doing the 3-point turn, and I'm just watching them, and it is 100% women. I don't think I've seen a guy do it yet.
That's amazing.
It is there are so many signs telling you, and they drive right up to it.
It's pretty incredible because they're not paying attention. They're all on their phones. Most people, I specify chicks because it's every time I'm in the car and I'm like, what is going on here? Why is this one person not moving? And I finally get around them. I'm like, oh, of course, it's a chick on her phone every single time. Every single time, dude. And I just think the phone is too intoxicating. People just can't put it down, especially the women. And it's just, even when you're driving, that's why I hate to say it because I like to drive, but we need this demolition man world future to really start to take hold. The cars just got to drive themselves, man. We're too stupid. We're too stupid to drive the cars. It's gotten to that point. I want the car to drive itself. And quite frankly, I'd like it to just drive itself so I can sit back, get high, listen to a podcast.
That'd be great.
Eat a sandwich, not worry about anything going on around me.
It's about time I could drink on the way home.
Yes, exactly. Legally. Let me just yeah, that's right. Oh, we need it, man. I was bringing up trying to go see the Odyssey this weekend, and I was like, man, it depends how tired we are. I can't drag Emma to the theater. It's a 3-hour movie. If I'm not going to get 45 minutes out of Emma being awake, it's not worth it. I'm pissing away $30. What a waste of money. I know they're struggling to get people at these theaters. We need adult theaters, cannabis cinema, where you can hang out and smoke doobies in the cinema.
Yes.
We need weed smoking theaters,
or
man.
Intermissions, man. Every fucking 45 minutes, give me an intermission.
Yeah, but also let me light up a doobie in the theater, man, while I'm sitting back watching this thing,
Or at least vape, right? Come on, vape.
I want cannabis full on. I'm smoking weed. I'm getting high up in this place. You know what I'm saying? And then think of all the sales you're going to make in the concessions. Or you have the ladies with the menus come around inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to sell out on the pizza rolls and everything else that you got, the popcorn, right? It's going to fly off the shelf in the stoner cinema. I'm telling you, that's something they got to do. It'll inspire a lot more people to be like, all right, I mean, what is it now? $30 for the ticket? I'm assuming at this point.
Money.
Yeah, all right, fine. $30, but I can smoke some weed in there and I don't have to deal with some kids running around or crying, right? Like adult specific theaters. That's what I'm saying. Let's get on this. Also, while I'm on that vein, adult flights. We need adult flights. We're only adult and you can smoke weed on the flight.
I like that. Serving drinks.
Serving
smoking
drinks,
weed.
smoking weed.
Yes,
Hey,
and peanuts.
Yes, bring back the peanuts, man.
This is a non-fag adult flight.
Yes, exactly.
You got a peanut allergy, you go with the kids, man.
Here's the thing. We know you can smoke on flights. You guys did it for like 50 years before like a minute ago when you banned it.
Yesterday, yes.
So bring it back. Not for all of them. Look, I'll fork up some extra dough if I know there's an adult flight where I can smoke a cigar, maybe sneak in a little weed smoking too, but get like full-on beverages, happening. And again, a little pricier for the ticket, adult experience. You will avoid the riffraff getting on board and getting too liquored up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, you could even sell it as just like hey, we're going old. It's an old-fashioned airline.
Yeah.
We got hot chick stewardesses.
Yes, dude.
Booze.
Elon.
You can smoke cigars. Elon, you're right.
This is an Elon project right here, dude. Old school flights. It's just called old school, you know?
You gotta wear a suit. There's a dress
You gotta wear
code.
A suit, yes, dude.
You come out like a gentleman,
yes, dude. Clean shaved. You gotta look good, right?
Look good, yeah. Talk about get rid of the riffraff.
Yes, man. We need to go back to old school stuff like that. I would love to have that kind of flight, but we live in a modern era.
Have you seen those pictures, dude? They have like a whole ham cooked, and they're like shaving.
I know.
On the like fresh sandwiches.
And while the stewardess is shaving the ham, you can almost see her pussy with the the skirt. Like the skirt is like almost like, oh my god, yeah, wow, all right.
And it's a pussy you want to see. That's right. Yeah.
Not like one of those modern day pussies that's actually a penis, which we see on most of the lady fellas these days, right?
Yeah, no lady penises. No lady penises on this airline.
Oh, man.
Get on that.
And get back to old school. I was thinking about this clavicular guy. He came up at work the other day, and everyone was kind of laughing at the dude because it is a little fruity. This whole looks maxing thing, but it's kind of gay. You know what I'm saying?
Really
like being so focused on your looks, you know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, we have literally become Mousetopia, and he is the pretty one.
Wow.
Think about that.
Mousetopia, is that where they all turn gay? What's
that? Was like where they built this like utopia for mice,
right?
And, they all they gave them everything they wanted, and then what happened is once they grew to a certain size, it was like a lot of the males. They said they got social overload is what they called it. And the men started just grooming all the time and lost interest in the women.
That's literally what's going on.
The
That's
women
crazy.
lost interest of the men, and they ended up just stopped breeding, and the colony collapsed.
Yeah, man. So that's what's happening. Clavicular. I blame him, dude. We need a manicular. That's what I was thinking we need. Manicular. Right. Someone old like
clavicle. What? That's your collarbone, right? Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. We need a guy like you know what I was thinking because we played that video of the guy making fun of the plumber's first day versus the electrician's first day, and I was like, we need more videos of dudes doing real man stuff, not breaking your jawbone to look like a bitch. You need to fix a toilet or how to like do electrical work or chop wood and stuff.
I'll start recording. I'm gonna get those Google glasses.
That's what I'm saying. We're like, that should be the influencer of the modern era. The manosphere should be filled with guys chopping wood, not dudes trying to look prettier on camera, man. Like, it's funny that Scott Galloway has named it the manosphere, and you look at these losers that are the manosphere, like Andrew Tate smoking hookahs and doing curls on his couch while drinking a cappuccino. Like, it's the least manly thing I've ever seen.
So gay. Every time I see him, wearing like briefs with dudes around him, and he's like, "It's gay. You're gay, dude."
I know, dude.
You guys are all Diddy gay, like.
Yes, dude. And maybe, just maybe, this is a modern day psyop by the new age CIA where they are convincing young males this is masculinity. Don't be an actual man where you have real testosterone and you want to impregnate women and start a family. No, be a dude that wants to look pretty and hang out with other pretty dudes, and you guys can talk about how pretty you guys are. Right? That's new masculinity.
Even Andrew Tate spends so much time on the way he looks. Him and his brother, like the way that,
absolutely.
Get the fuck
it's incredible.
out of here.
But I was just kind of ruminating on masculinity and manliness and all that stuff, and I saw Mike Rowe had a bit of an appearance there on Real Time with Bill Maher. Did you catch any of that
Yeah.
action?
Oh, I always catch Mike Rowe. I like
I
listening.
love Mike Rowe. Yes, and when he was
Yeah.
on, Emma actually was like, "Who is that guy?" I'm like, "Mike Rowe's the last man left." I
He
think,
really
he's
is.
like the last man, dude.
Which is so funny because he's an opera singer.
He's an actor, actually. He's not even like really like a
Yeah, no,
man, but
he
he
made his
plays one on
career as an
TV.
opera singer. Yeah. And he's really smart.
He's just saying the
Really
right
smart.
stuff. I can't get over Scott Galloway coining manosphere, and he's going on Bill Maher professing to the young fellas out there what you really need to do to be a real man in this new age masculinity that I'm defining. And I like what he's doing on some level, but I don't understand why he's become this de facto definer of masculinity. Oh, and I just cut Mike off. Of course, I was feeling it. I knew it. I knew that would happen. It's because we were talking about Mike Rowe, masculinity, all that jazz. But I think he'll come back. We'll see. We were having weird connectivity earlier. I know we actually, in a weird way, we were not on Rumble for the first like 10 or 15 minutes. I was unable to connect. I kept trying to reconnect. We eventually got there. But let's see if Mike is back on, touching me, touching you. Mike Rowe, though, on here. And like I said last week, we did a hilarious video about the difference between a first day for plumbers versus the first day for electricians. And then, sure enough, this week, Mike Rowe was on talking about kind of the jobs market and the way things are shaking out right now for trade skills and trade workers. We live in a hilarious time post the Obama administration where not maybe 10 years ago, less than 10 years ago, they were saying, hey, everybody learn to code. Don't even think about trade work or any of that stuff where you do work with your hands or you might get dirty or scuffed up. No, no, no. Learn to code. And now we're at the point where Mike Rowe is going on national television and he's saying, we have a serious problem right now. We
Learn to
need like
plumb.
we we need hundreds of thousands of electricians, actually. Like,
Yeah.
we need them now, and, if you wanna get into it, you could be making some good money. So I thought this was a great clip. I've been trying to kinda talk more about this as much as I can because I know a lot of fellas out there that are kinda just, just kinda swimming through the water, not really making it happen
Ah,
in life, you know what I mean?
wasting time, dude. It's the worst
Wasting
thing you can
time,
do.
yeah.
Worst thing you can do.
Exactly. When you could probably just dedicate, what is it, a couple years as an apprentice? How long does it take to really start making some money in these trade skills?
I'm on year 7.
No! Let's listen to Mike Rowe. He might have some positive advice for the fellas out there.
Meanwhile, we've got $400,000 jobs in construction right now, twice that many in the defense industrial base. It's bananas. And I'm not sure believe me completely.
It's so funny. He keeps mentioning this like everywhere he goes, but the one thing he fails to mention is, yeah, the defense it's going to be impossible because not only do we need hundreds of thousands of plumbers and electricians, we need guys that can pass security clearance. There's a reason they stopped testing for certain drugs.
I was just going to say, he fails to mention the weed test that everybody happens to fail.
That's it.
Not a week goes by when I don't get a call from some CEO of some consequential company, some of whom you mentioned in the monologue, or an elected official, governors mostly, and they're freaking out. Like, they've done the math. For every 5 tradespeople who retire, 2 come in. It's been that way for about 12 years now. So never mind the stigmas and the stereotypes. The arithmetic is horrifying.
That's crazy, man.
It is true. That's what everybody talks about. And some trades are worse than others. So you have, just there's some trades that are completely done.
Sure.
Not a lot of people going into concrete, you know what I mean? Or like
right.
tuck pointing. I mean, luckily we got a lot of Polacks coming in.
That's right, man. Exactly. But then you do get an interesting gap, which is not really that great, where you have this deficit of knowledge or wisdom, if you will.
Yeah, the shit's not passed on. Yeah.
The older guys not being around long enough for the new guys to acquire that acquired knowledge only through time and experience, nothing you could learn in a book or even observing, right? You got to be on the spot over 30, 40 years. Let me show you what I learned after doing all this, you know?
And plumbing's one of the worst as far as like especially the plumbing union. It's it's this mentality of everybody's your competition. So literally you have old guys.
Really?
You have these old guys who have, they're in their 50s and you're a younger plumber. They don't want to teach you.
Wow.
There's things they don't want to show you because they don't want you to take their job.
Right. Totally.
To them, it's job security, their knowledge. And it's
kind of like being the older quarterback and you're Brett Favre and then you got Aaron Rodgers hanging on the sideline, and he's learning everything from you and you're teaching him a few things,
you're trying to
right?
hide your playbook.
yeah, but even, there's a few niche things, about certain elements of the game where you're like, I'm not going to tell this guy because he's about to replace me and then I'm going to be sitting the bench.
I couldn't be more opposite. I'm gonna talk until I can't talk anymore. I want you to know everything I know, so you could go do the job.
Yes,
I don't want to do
exactly. Right.
I hope I get to I always joke. I hope I get to the point where every one of you can do what I do, and I can just work from home. Call me when you got a problem.
That's right, man.
You know what I mean?
It's called working smarter, not harder, my man. That's what it takes years to learn that trick, right? Yeah,
but
that's very
that's a true. It's a big problem with the lost knowledge, And like I said, there's just they're talking 2 to 5, but it's man. There's certain skills that are almost completely gone, or you don't even have like the guys who do like the hand engraving, like marble carving and stuff. Like
right.
That's shit that
man.
And I hate what they did to our generation and like all these generations. I don't understand why it wasn't, hey, this is what your dad did. Maybe you should do something similar because he was successful. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You'll probably be successful doing something. You know what I mean? Instead, we decided your dad's a plumber, your mom's a nurse. You need to be an engineer. Go code. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? And then that's why you have all these kids with college loans who dropped out. Their dad was a plumber, and now they're a plumber. It's like you ended up being a plumber anyways. You just took the long road because we live in the society that's full of shit.
Yes, and also we live in a privileged first world society, just happens to be the best country in the world, where you want to take 10 years partying and losing yourself through society and then come back around and join a trade. You can do that, actually, because this is America. This is a land of hope and dreams, right? That's right, man.
Yeah, but we shouldn't shit on the trades. Your dad, I don't know. It's great. Like, I don't know. Tony said some shit a long time ago, and it was like, dude, what do you mean? These guys are they're raising families in cities you can't afford. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You can afford to live by yourself, and they're raising families. So it's a good job, man. Not many jobs are like. The craziest stat I heard is only 1 in 4 people ever make it to 6 figures in their life.
Wow, fascinating. That's
so
incredible.
if you make it to 6 figures, you're so much better than most of the population. And if you go into the trades, you're gonna make 6 figures.
Oh, absolutely,
guaranteed.
He's gonna mention it here for sure. But what I find gets lost in all of this is if you're in a trade, you have something that most people don't have, especially nowadays: a skill.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by skillless people.
Yes.
So it says a lot to just have a skill, to have some knowledge about some field that can be useful to society on some level. I hate to break it to a lot of people, but knowing how to pass the 10th level in Zelda, Akinima of World or whatever, and being able to order Grubhub and watch OnlyFans for 4 hours is not a skill. There's no skill involved in
it drives me nuts, dude. This one guy at work, he always talks about how he's an athlete. So the guys say, that's a real athlete. Like, he'll say something about a guy, I'll be like, hey, he's a true athlete. I'll be like, he's a 36-year-old plumber. Who the fuck? Who the fuck cares if you could throw and catch a goddamn ball? You know what I mean? Can you plumb? An athlete? I don't fucking care if you're an athlete.
Wow. I'm glad that people, at least there's still some athletes out there, Mike. We live in an obesity epidemic, so you're lucky to be around some athletes.
Maybe the problem maybe we're in the problem we're in because all these guys are so worried about being good athletes, and then you graduate from high school and nobody needs you to be an athlete anymore. Now we need you to swing a fucking hammer.
Yeah, but you're surrounded by maniculars instead of claviculars, so I'm happy for you. It's a better existence to be around maniculars and not claviculars. You're around dudes who are manly dudes, proving their physical prowess versus guys like breaking their jaws to look sexier or adding inches to their shins, right? So
funny. One of the apprentices gets his nails done. I'm not even joking. He worked with us for about 2 days before everybody knew, because it was just like, dude, did you hear about that kid?
There's anything wrong with that.
You think he might be a little? Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, like some things never change, man. I love it.
And it's all just conspired into this bouillabaisse of bad data. And I'm telling you, they are in a panic. I mean, anybody, certainly any company that has a blue collar workforce is going full on. Jim Farley told me he's got 5,000 empty bays at Ford. These are AI proof 6-figure jobs, right? 120,000 a year. He can't fill them. And
there's a caveat to that one. That is the mechanics are getting fucked. Especially by places like Ford, because they're doing this game where, like, how mechanics get paid by book hours.
Yeah, I didn't know that actually. Is that why labor costs so much when they work on your stuff?
If you're like, if you go to the dealer and let's say you need a brake job, and the book hours, it says the brake job takes 4 hours, so you pay for 4 hours of labor. That mechanic gets paid for 4 hours, whether it takes him 2 or 6.
Right.
No matter what, he gets those 4 hours, so he has to
the booked labor. The time slot.
They have everything kind of timed out, right?
Yeah, man.
How long it should take. But what Ford has a problem. Ford for the last 5 years, dude, everything has been recalled. Everything. And they've had nothing but problems. And the biggest problem is diagnosing the issues, because everything has become so electronic and there's so many add-ons and all, especially on these high-end trims. And these mechanics are all over. Like, you'll see all these videos where they'll show you the book hours, and a regular oil pump will be under warranty. They'll give you 2.
Right. Yeah.
So if you're the mechanic, you're only getting paid for 2 hours when you're doing it under warranty, and it's constant warranty work.
Yeah, man.
You guys are just getting fucked. That's why there's just such a high turnover right now in the mechanic field.
That hits so horribly close to home. I can't even believe you brought that up. The Subaru, my Subi, that makes me officially 3/4, out for the count the past week and a half. The ABS light and all these other lights simultaneously went on, and I couldn't shift out of park.
Yeah.
Right? And so I went and looked it up, and apparently my model of Subaru Crosstrek from 2016 has a dealership default or defect, if you will.
Recall, yeah.
That was recalled back in 2019. So mine finally now gave out, and it's a sensor on the brake light that it trips, and it causes the entire system to lock up.
Yeah.
And so I'm allotted a free fix. So I sent out a thing to all the dealerships around me, basically every dealership on the Front Range of Denver. And about a week later, I got a response, and it said, nobody accepted your request to have your default fixed on your 10-year car that's been through 3 accidents, right? So I'm struggling to get anyone to be willing to fix my my defect for free, my recall. So I could totally see how that is a thing. And I understand it. But also, Ford, I understand, went all in on their electric F-150s, and that was a major bust.
They lost like $1.5 billion.
Yeah, dude, it was
all their profit. It's so stupid.
Totally,
but it's not just their electric ones, dude. This guy, he was like so pissed. Buys an $80,000 Ford truck, right?
Well, stop right there.
I know.
Is this a Lamborghini? What are we talking about here? 80,000, dude? Holy cow.
Literally said if I pay $80,000, I better be able to live in it.
Well, no, here's the thing, Mike. You buy that $80,000 truck, you will be living in it eventually, right? Because you can't make all the payments.
So this guy buys this $80,000 truck. I think it was like 4 or 5 weeks later. It's one of the hottest days. A couple of weeks ago, it was like 100, whatever. The radio goes out, and the radio controls everything. So he's got no AC. He's sitting. He's like, dude, I'm in my $80,000 truck in fucking traffic, just sweating, dude. And I was like, dude, that's it. I'm done right there. I would drive it right to that dealership and be like, give me every penny back right now. Here's what happens. So he takes it in. They fix it. A week later, happens again. He takes it back. He goes, I'm done. I don't want this truck. Take it back. They said, we'll give you $60,000 trade-in. So he would still owe $20,000 for the privilege of driving this truck for a month, and it was in the shop for 2 weeks.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
What a ripoff.
That's why they're having problems.
I totally believe it. Obama ruined cars. It's unreal that we're now just desperately waiting for no more auto shut off on these things. Like, that's all I'm hoping for. Absolutely insane. Well, Mike, it's fastest hour in the universe, man. I can't believe I'm saying it. As far as these, what do you got? What do you got for me? I'm excited for this.
For you, man. I can't wait to talk about the song afterwards.
Yes. Oh, hell yeah.
Because I heard a funny fact and I didn't believe it. I was like, this is awesome. I didn't know that. So it's good tune. I think you'll recognize the song.
Hell yeah. All right. I want to thank everybody for hanging out, enjoying the good times, great oldies. Dude Sean back into the chat. Good to see you there, buddy. He's watching live from a 2003 work van, Mike. All right. Hey, that's a good one. Pre-Obama. I love it. Yeah.
I hope it's a Ford.
We'll be back after this break. Smoke them if you got them. We'll see you on the flip side.
When I think of all the worries people seem to find and how they're in a hurry to complicate their minds by chasing after money and dreams that can't come true, I'm glad that we are different. We've better things to do. May others plan their future. I'm busy loving you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sha-la-la-la-la for today. Sha-la-la-la-la for today. And don't worry about tomorrow. Sha-la-la-la-la for today. We were never meant to worry the way that people do, and I don't mean to hurry. As long as I'm with you, we'll take it nice and easy and use my simple plan. You'll be my loving woman, I'll be your loving man. We'll take the most from living, have pleasure while we can. 2, 3, 4. Sha-la-la-la-la for today. Sha-la-la-la-la for today. And don't worry about tomorrow. Sha-la-la-la-la for today. Baby, I need to feel you inside of me. I got to feel you deep inside of me. Baby, please come close to me. Got to have you now, please, please. giving you some love, to give me some love, to give me some love, to give me some love, baby, give me some love, give me some love, all your love, give me some love. Don't worry about tomorrow. Hey.
Yeah, live for today. Shala, la la, la la la. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
I'll be your loving woman. No, wait, you'll be my loving woman. Well, I think I got that right, right?
I don't know how you do it.
I drive a Subaru.
I would be the loving man.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right.
The grassroots.
Wow, I would have never guessed that, man.
Never
Holy
guessed.
cow.
Dude, you're never gonna guess who their guitar player is.
Jimmy Page.
This is the funniest thing I ever heard. Their guitar, the guitar, the really like named Creed Bratton. Does that name sound familiar?
No.
It should, because it's Creed from The Office.
The Office. Yes, I've heard about this.
Excuse me? They just had him play himself in that show. And there's a funny scene where somebody recognizes him, and they're like, "You're the guitar player from the Grassroots." It's so funny. I never caught that. It's insane.
It's an insane caveat to the incredibly complex character of Creed from The Office, one of the best characters on that show.
But he played himself. That is really his name. And he was...
Name. That's like so bizarre on so many different levels. But yeah, his name was Creed and former member.
Yeah. If you watch the music videos from the Grassroots, he's always doing these like weird faces and like odd moves. It's so funny.
Super crazy, man. Wow. The Grassroots, Creed. You just blew my mind. I remember seeing this somewhere and people were like really into it. And I guess I just didn't really like jump on board with it.
Oh, I didn't know he was from LA. I thought, how did he end up in the Grassroots?
Where are they from?
I thought they were a British band.
Now I'd like to introduce a very popular group called the Grassroots.
Let's see here.
They don't have a manager. They have a gardener.
Is he the singer?
No, he's the guitar player.
We gotta get, is that him right there?
I think that's him.
Wow. The 60s were funny. They all seemed British, no matter if they were American or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is about.
Yeah. The hair.
I don't know. It never really, from my perspective, they're all basically British at that time. They all dressed it because they had the floofy shirts, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's
he's
all
just
right,
a weird
cool.
guy. It's a fun fact. Little fun
Huge
fact.
fan of that. Yeah, man. Creed. Wow.
Actually, they got some great bands. I mean, great songs.
Yeah, I guess I never really got down with them, and I'm trying to find some more info on how he used the backstory, but I remember people online talking about, yeah, Creed used his just real life backstory as the backstory for the character of the show. He probably, when he did it, didn't think that The Office would be a show for that long.
None of them did.
So he's like, yeah, whatever, I'll just be myself, and then had to be that character for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty awesome, honestly.
Yeah, apparently none of them thought it would take off.
Man, the worst part about The Office now is half of the people that were on it are just woke losers right now, and all of them, Rainn Wilson, all these people, they're always like, it couldn't even be made nowadays. Half the episodes, 90% of the episodes, couldn't even make them these days, and it's like
it could be made today. It was so politically correct.
Yeah, I think it could be made today. Honestly, the only thing that could be said wouldn't be made today is Blazing Saddles. That's the only one.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, in living color. I feel like they wouldn't allow that for some reason, you know.
And I watched, because Bobby Lee always talks about the like Mad TV and like what it was like being an Asian actor back in the '90s. And it's funny to listen to it now because you're like, okay, Bobby, take it easy. But when you go back and watch like Mad TV skits, he's not in them unless he's playing this like caricature
Asian man.
No, he's like, no, I'm so sorry. It's always like so like it's always like so exaggerated Asian. It's so funny. And he's just like this kid from San Diego. Like
MTV's whole thing, I think people don't remember that it was on when SNL was on, and so but it was on Fox, and so it was the degenerate SNL. And so
right.
It was as racist as it could be for the sake of making fun of racism and making racism hilarious. I mean, they made fun of deaf people, blind people, white people, black people.
Right, but like they didn't have like a I forgot who the black guy was. Like Key and Peele were on there, right?
Right.
Weren't they on there?
I think the Arius Spears was my favorite guy on Mad TV. Arius Spears was the greatest.
Pick one of the black. None of the black people always had to play like the slave black.
I know.
You know what I mean? We're like Bobby Lee was always the Asian. You know what I mean?
Here's the best, my personal favorite all-time skit of Mad TV ever. It's I don't think it'll ever be topped by any show or skit comedy. It was My Big Fat White Mama. And the skit was Will Sasso. It was a TV sitcom where Will Sasso's driving and he hits a black woman and the ghost goes into his body, and so he goes home and he has to be a black mama, but he's the big fat white black mama, and so
that couldn't be made today.
And so it's Will Sasso doing stereotypical black mama voice, you know.
What's funny, if you did it today, he would have to go to like a KFC and just blow the place
just
up.
start throwing haymakers.
Fighting the staff, throwing the register.
It was dude, this skit was great. His catchphrase was, "Don't make me break my foot up in your ass." so dumb. Mad TV was so dumb for the sake of being dumb. That's why I loved it, man. Yeah. It couldn't be made today.
Yeah. It's good to have competition.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, absolutely.
SNL
Nowadays
needs competition, dude.
Yeah,
right
on, man.
So funny, dude. I'm talking to this kid who's 18, and he like, because I'm working with him, and he says shit from like movies where I'm like, dude. First of all, he's 18, so he was born after we graduated high school. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's insane. Yeah,
he was born in 08. Or 05, 07, 07 or 08. Either way, it's crazy. And
I smoke a lot of weed too. I can no longer do math anymore. I've hit that point.
Right.
Math, none. That's why we have AI.
But he's naming all these movies, and every movie he's naming is before 2012. And I'm like, dude, every movie you're naming came out when I was in fucking middle school and high school. And he like looked it up, and he's like, yeah, you're right. And he didn't know who Judd Apatow was. But I'm like, dude, every movie you and your friends are talking about come from him, and they all did, and they're all pre-2012. And it's
man,
it's so crazy.
You are psycho. I think you're living in my brain. I'm not kidding. It was like Tuesday. We do all this unloading as a crew. There's like 5 or 6 dudes basically, right? And we're just unloading shit in a warehouse, and it's 5 dudes making jokes as we're all hustling. You know what I'm saying? And so there's every 5 minutes, that's what she said. Belly laughs, you know. And I mean, it's like, oh, I don't think that'll fit. That's what she said. You know, like it's one after another. And I dropped an Anchorman quote. Anchorman. It came out in 2004, by the way. I'm pretty sure that's when Anchorman came out. It's insane when you think about it. But I dropped a straight up Anchorman quote that everybody knows. I think it was like, scotch, I love scotch, or something. It was something like one of those lines that he had in the beginning or whatever. And everybody laughed. And then a couple of the guys said the following lines that came after it. And afterwards, I was like, man, is there a movie that has come out in the last 10 years that I could quote and everyone would know what I was talking about? One movie. Is there one movie, man?
No.
Can you think of one?
No.
Anything. Has there been a funny movie in 10 years that everybody saw and that everybody remembers funny lines from? Dude, you could quote Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber is from 1994, bro. You could quote Dumb and Dumber. You'd be like, pull over, no, it's a cardigan. Everyone knows exactly what you're talking about. Everybody knows what you're talking about.
I just got somebody with it the other fucking day. It's
Yes,
the funniest,
dude.
it's
That's
the
what I'm
funniest
saying.
line over. It's
The Anchorman quote, by the way, was milk was a bad idea. That was the quote that was said. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, because it was hot. It was 100 degrees out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew what I was talking about. It was so dumb, but everybody remembers that line.
Dude, if you just go, whoa, this party really died. Everybody knows it. It's like one of the greatest lines to drop, dude.
Yes. But seriously, though, you and I were talking about a movie from 2004, 1994. Has anything come out in 10 years?
Nothing before 2012. And I know it's true because even this young kid is quoting our movies.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
We liked Animal House. We liked all those, you know what I mean? Those movies from our dad's era.
Right.
We weren't quoting them.
You quoted Blues Brothers in the last hour.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay.
No, dude, they stopped making good movies, man.
But we had our own movies. Like I felt like
yes,
I feel
absolutely.
like when we were growing up, every year you had new sayings with your friends. From super bad, you know what I mean? To
for sure.
You know, it was like every year there was something that came out. Even like if it wasn't a funny movie like Armageddon, something would be so outrageous in it that it became what nowadays would be called a meme. Back then was just, you know, an inside joke with your friend.
Right.
Know?
Oh, interesting. Memes replaced inside jokes, maybe, or I don't know. Something happened where, and maybe it's because of wokeness and DEI and the changing of Hollywood, the guard that's taken place there, but like maybe just writing is so bad, there's nothing memorable anymore in Hollywood movies. And look, here, by the way, we're in an era, we live in a waterfall of content. We are being submerged in an ocean of content. Nothing memorable, no quotes.
No,
like think of everything you can stream. Yeah, dude, that's exactly it, man. It's crazy. And so I don't know. I don't know if you saw it this weekend, but the new Spider-Man is breaking records and made $1 billion in 2 weeks. Versus, yeah, dude, yeah, no. And there's all these articles where they're like, "Oh, we can't figure out why is." Exactly, dude. So all these articles are like, "Oh, we're crunching these numbers, we're doing all this math, we can't figure out why everybody went to go see Spider-Man, the white guy playing Spider-Man, doing normal Spider-Man shit." You know what I'm saying? Like,
I imagine them with a whiteboard where everything equals trans, and then they're like,
"Yeah, dude,
I can't figure out."
It's Charlie Day in the mailroom with all the conspiracies everywhere, and it's got Spider-Man in the middle, white guy, but black lesbians on the outside. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Like, there's no trans Spider-Man. I don't get it.
They can't figure it out, man. Why everybody decided randomly just go see this white guy playing Spider-Man. It's a normal movie. It's a normal Spider-Man movie. We don't understand, man.
That's so good. No, good for him.
It's funny.
Tom Holland. Whatever.
But also, you know, and it's not about like casting minorities. Like, look, they did the swap with Mary Jane. They got Zendaya playing what typically used to be a redhead girl. And you know what? It's not a big deal. Zendaya's hot. So, you know, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares about it?
Mary Jane's supposed to be a redhead.
I know.
Because it's a comic. It's like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, because the redhead is very, I don't know. It's colorful. There's elements to it. I don't know. It didn't bother me. That's my point.
With like, it probably just has something to do with like cheaper to print.
Right. Well,
like
because
back in the day.
Spider-Man all red. Yeah. So you just use the same color red for the hair, the lips.
Probably easy. Probably blonde didn't come through. Probably came through as like gray.
Bro, and it's probably why they didn't make as many black superheroes too, because you had to spend all the money on the extra color.
Well, all you would see is the whites of the eyes and the teeth. That's probably the worst thing I've said. And the hands, just a bunch of the palms.
I think you just described blackface, really. That's all it is.
Howard Stern? Sorry.
How does he get for him and Jimmy Kimmel, because they're woke leftist comedians, total pass on blackface for like the first half of their careers. It's incredible. Like the Howard Stern blackface skit is like offensive to me as a white guy, dude.
So
I'm like, dude, that's making my skin crawl, bro. Like that's racist. Yeah.
So bad.
Total pass though, right? It's unbelievable, man.
But that's why you'll never hear him even swerve to the right. You know what I mean? Never even question the right. The minute he questions it, done.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of questioning reality, the truth, and or also the past as we remember it and as we know it, it was a monumental week and a half or so. We covered it first half for the one, the only, the infamous Tony Fauci. He's having a rough go right now with his legacy. Pretty fun to watch for us because, well, we've always hated Tony Fauci for what he did to us in our lives. Tony, which we covered a week ago, he went to that congressional hearing and declared the fifth 111 times. And then he proceeded to be held in contempt because he's been pardoned for his crimes going back 10 years. And so he actually no longer has the constitutional right to declare the fifth.
Right, but in his defense, Frank, he only did that because he was afraid if he answered any questions, Rand Paul would lock him up. They had to plead the fifth.
That's right, man. And so he was then held in contempt, so it's now been submitted. Who knows where this will go? Most likely it will go nowhere, but it doesn't matter because we were graced this week with sad little Tony taking out the trash. It doesn't get much better than that, people. Look at that guy.
Sad little old man. Good.
Even his little pot belly. Do you see this? Like
the mantids.
It's making a sad face. Even his stomach is sad, man. It's making a sad.
It's so sad.
He's 85 years old. I do not feel good about mocking an old man at the end of his life, but
this guy.
Tony Fauci is pure evil. He murdered millions of people. And the best part about this is after the photographer took this picture of sad Tony taking out the trash, his wife, formerly known, aka Martha, Mike, you love to call her Martha, decided to flip the bird. She flips the bird to the photographer, which is so funny, dude. Absolutely living for this right here. I love it, man. I love this. Because Tony Fauci ruined my life, many other people's lives. He's an evil person. I'm trying to find Christine Grady. We've called her Martha for 5 years on here.
Those motherfuckers were getting fucking $800,000 a year between them.
Yeah,
from the government. She was in charge of the ethics of his department. Insane.
It's corruption. All the way down.
Sad, man. This is the devil, my man. This is the devil. You spent that career just amassing fame and fortune, and now here you are. You're retired. You got all the time in the world to enjoy it, and you're literally being hunted down by the government you work for, and the people hate you. And now you're a sad old man taking out the trash.
The throw pillows, that first pitch at the Washington Nationals game, the interviews, the posters.
The painting in his office. Yeah, dude. Good.
All of that. And now here he is, deserved. You're right on the money. A very wise man I share time with once a week says all the time on this show, time makes fools of us all. Tony Fauci.
Time is undefeated.
You, sir, are the fool. I love it so much that I got a little clip. You want to just kind of revel in this and enjoy it?
Yes.
I want to get the full rundown. This
I'm
is the
always
best
down
we
for
will get.
Fauci.
We're not getting Nuremberg trials. This guy's going to die happily, peacefully in his retirement years, probably on a beach somewhere.
Oh, to see him hang.
It's none of that will happen. That's fine with me, honestly. I'm okay with it. This is what we're getting instead.
I don't want to see him hung or in prison. All I want is to wait for, let him live out the rest of his life. But then when he is dying, he has to sit there behind plastic while his family, while his family's not allowed to comfort him, can't even hold his hand because that's what you did, right?
Absolutely, dude. I love where your head is at. The behind the plastic, absolutely. And
then the last day you're alive, we cut your vocal cords, keep you alive with a feeding tube, and insert bot flies throughout your body.
Literally what he did to beagles, people. Do your research on this man. He's pure evil.
Pure evil.
I did a reread. Did I forget to bring
and that's just what he did in America. I mean, the shit he did overseas is it's unbelievable.
Read The Real Anthony Fauci by Robert Kennedy Jr. It is just so unbelievable. I did a deep dive again this week on it. The destroying of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin in order to push remdesivir, which was a known deadly poison. They couldn't even get people in Africa to take anymore because it was poisoning and killing so many people so rapidly.
Yes.
The fight to make people take that, Fauci personally murdered people with remdesivir during the first initial outbreak of COVID-19
to make it look worse than it was.
And they stopped.
Remdesivir was so bad, Africa said that you can't push it here anymore. Which country in Africa? The whole continent. The whole continent said you cannot push this here anymore. And then he said, "We'll give it to Americans for
what's
COVID.
Amazing." Yeah, well,
put him on a respirator, and then there's a reason the only young healthy people that died in New York hospitals.
Right, absolutely,
it's crazy.
It's absolutely, it's totally insane. And again, they squashed all efficacy reports about ivermectin. Remember the horse paste? They made it horse paste. And hydroxychloroquine, they stopped all data being revealed to the public. So that way they can
was pond cleaner, Frank.
That's right, man. Yes.
So
they had to do that so they could authorize the remdesivir for use because remdesivir was scientifically in circles known to be so deadly they simply could not get it to pass. So they had to deny the other treatments as being possible. They did the same thing when the COVID mRNA vaccine finally released. They said, we're going to hide the data with these other treatments so that way we could force the government to mandate these vaccines. Either way, people, what you don't understand, remdesivir cost $3,000 a pill. So either way, they were going to become billionaires off of COVID. It was either with remdesivir, which was known to kill people, or the mRNA gene therapy, which they hadn't found out yet how many people it would kill. Seriously, that was the choice. But either way, they were not going to let you take ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine because they knew it would work. And they knew if people found out it would work, they would not get the government grant, the billions of dollars, and the free pass to push their poisons on the public. Because ultimately, this came down to the team of Tony Fauci and Bill Gates, who have been partners for 20 years prior to COVID. This was a team dead set and ready to make $1 billion profit, either on their failed remdesivir, which they tried for 20 years to push, on bird flu, on everything else you can imagine. They tried to push remdesivir, and it never passed. So finally, they had their moment with COVID, and then it still didn't work. So what they do? We got this experimental gene therapy we're going to force people to take. Don't worry. It's just going to rewrite your genes for you. It's safe and effective. 100%.
So what's even scarier when you read that book, he did the same thing with AZT and AIDS.
Yes.
AZT was a drug that no other country would let him push anymore because it killed too many people. And then we had the AIDS epidemic, and he started using it. He started testing it on AIDS patients. This is a playbook he has done over and over again. they create a drug, they create a cure, and then they try to find a disease for it. That's like you've never done that before in history, right?
I know. I mean, I think the Nazis did this stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is like just pure. It's pure freaking evil. It's
He's too short to be a Nazi.
Dude, oh yeah, good call. Actually, you're right. Well, he's Italian Nazi. Italian. No, he's a Mussolini Nazi, dude. Yeah, that's right. He's a paisano, man. Come on.
You know, here's the white privilege: is he's a short Italian man, and that's what made me not trust him from the get. That
Great
was
call, dude. Absolutely.
There's nobody I trust least than people that look like me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Shysters.
This stuff with Tony Fauci pisses me off because now they're just casually admitting that in 2020, the CDC put out a paper that detailed a shielding approach. That's what they called it, a shielding approach that would isolate high-risk people in designated green zone shelters with restricted movement and limited contact. They would remain public until 2023. These documents remain public until 2023. This was their blueprint for forced isolation. They did this in Australia, if I remember correctly. It's a camp, folks. It's not that sinister. It's a camp for concentrating people. You know, you just concentrate a group of people in a camp. Undesirables. You're concentrating undesirables.
Right now we have undesirables everywhere. We just want to concentrate them in one spot.
Just concentrate these people in one area, right? That's all we're trying to do. It's nothing sinister, nothing evil. And this is on the heels
What's
of...
that? No, we're not fascists. We're a socialist party.
We're for the workers, man. Come on.
It's for you. It's always for your safety, Frank.
This is all on the heels. This got totally lost last week. Rand Paul talked about it during the 111 fifth pleas by Tony Fauci, but it was released during all the documents from Rand Paul that Bill Gates held a Department of Energy Q clearance, a top secret clearance for nuclear and sensitive scientific work from 2014 to 2021, beginning under Obama, all through Tony's tenure at the NIAID. Wow. Yeah, man. They were.
Yeah, it didn't make sense that they're like Biden pardoned him because of COVID. Yeah, but COVID was 2019. They pardoned him all the way back to 2014.
Yeah. Dude, it's because Fauci and Gates worked with DARPA to manufacture these diseases in Ukraine and China. This is all illegal. They made billions of dollars in
Frank, I was told there's no bioweapons labs in Ukraine. That was when Putin said it was crazy. 4 years later, turns out we got bioweapons labs in Ukraine.
Like 31. How many did Tulsi Gabbard report on? It was like 40 different biolabs or something.
Or some shit, yeah.
Like one is too many. We're talking like 30, 40 biolabs. What are you doing in these labs, man? Come on. Yeah, just Ukraine, by the way. That's insane. So let's do this. This is great. I love this summary of last week, the grilling he got on the hearing, and then tucking the tail between the legs, declaring the fifth, and then being held in contempt. And this kind of just it gives us a nice little rundown on the Tony Fauci saga here.
Now he's acting like I was just an innocent government worker, motherfucker. We have your diaries.
I know.
We have it all.
We read about your wet dreams you had about you and Barbara Streisand and Jennifer Aniston texting with each other. Yeah, the dinners at Jake Tapper's. We know what was going on. Dude. By the way, Legacy Media.
Sexier than Beyonce. Yeah, we know, brother. We got it all now.
Legacy Media too. Still can't figure out why nobody trusts them anymore. No, we got the diary of the guy who was lying to our face, and he was having dinner with you fuckers, man. It's unbelievable, dude.
Frank, plus we're going on like 4 years now where we all know the laptops were real. You guys haven't interviewed one of the 54 intelligence agent guys, former intelligence heads that said it was Russian disinformation? You're not going to interview one of them?
Great call, dude. Absolutely. Yeah. Or even Hunter. The guy loves being interviewed, apparently. He's all over the internet, dude.
He's talking to everybody.
He's dropping like a 4-hour interview tomorrow with Tucker Carlson.
And all you podcasters, you need to start paying this guy for the interview so we can get him a new suit. This is good. The jeans are killing me, dude.
Bro, you know he opens that closet and it's just like 30 of the jean suits. Yeah, that's all
It's from
different
lightest
shades.
to darkest.
Yeah. For going out on the weekend, it's the dark jeans that come out.
It's got the pants inside the hanger.
Yeah, that's all. That's
the
all.
matching color. It's efficient. It's efficient.
And each one its own bag of cocaine right in the breast pocket, right? Just in case. Just in case. It's a backup, man. It's a backup, dude.
What's really funny is I'm making fun of him. If you go in my closet right now, it's just black t-shirts and then a stack of jeans.
Dude, same with I'm talking you and I'm speaking from experience. I know it because smart people, I really believe this though. You shouldn't be wasting your time thinking about the outfit you're gonna wear. You're wasting some time. You should just put it on and go.
I just said that the other day. I make so many decisions every day. If I could just get rid of one of them, beautiful.
Yes.
Clothes, hair. That's 2 decisions gone.
I know you're right. You're right on the money.
Buzz it all once a week. I'm gonna wear the same thing every day. That's 2 decisions gone. You know.
But also, there's a consistency element to it. I don't know why, but I think you exude consistency to others when you are always the same. If that makes sense.
Is that a good thing?
I think you become trustworthy to people. Like they think that you are dependable. Like you're consistent. Again, there's like a routine, consistent nature to somebody.
You know what to expect.
You know, exactly. They're not gonna like. People who shock you with some wild outfit every once in a while, you're like, they're going to shock me with something wild that isn't going to be as nice as an outfit.
And every time I look at that guy, like, how much time did you spend on that? You matched the shoes with the handkerchief. You're a fag. Get out of here.
I do want to say this, though. As a simplest and a minimalist when it comes to my dress code and how I approach every day, I slightly envy and I have respect for the gentleman out there who can look fly. If you can look fly and dress good, and you got the sneakers that match the cap.
Yeah, I don't respect it.
I like it. I do like it. I respect it. I can't do it.
You could. You just don't spend the money. The reason you don't do it is because you're cheap, not because you can't.
Exactly.
I'm the same way.
I also don't have that. I don't have that eye. I don't have that queer eye for the straight guy that's going on in that moment.
Bro, half these dudes, you literally just go to the mall and buy what's on the mannequin.
Yeah, but I respect every fella I see who's styling and looking fly. And I'm talking about the Latino fellows out there that I see in Denver. And I know
dude, fuck the Latinos.
The brothers do it. The brothers do it out in Chicago, I know. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm talking about, Mike. Come on. The brothers and the Latino brothers who look fly. They dress sharp with the cap.
You know who really impresses me are the Franks, like our cousin Frank and our uncle's dad or Uncle Frank. Those guys, like, they do it like they don't look like they're trying hard. They just threw on a cardigan,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, damn, I wish I could.
Yeah,
I wish I could look that good.
I guess what I'm ultimately saying is nothing beats a sharp dressed man.
I like it.
And I just signaled your song for the end of the show. I already know what we're listening to at the end of the show.
ZZ Top.
And when you're a sharp-dressed man, don't forget your cheap sunglasses, my man. That's all I'm going to say out there. Yeah, that's right. I'm dropping bombs over here.
Speaking of sharp-dressed man, Anthony, dude, the lady behind him with the mask, and this is 2026. What is...
Chef's kiss.
Did you see that picture? Even Bill Maher was making fun of the DSA meeting. Where it was
the Denver DSA. It was all over out here. Everybody was making. I have to engage with these animals on a daily basis out here. It's ridiculous.
It's so fucking... Oh, I got to deal with it too. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, the DSA thing is not like a phenomenon that's occurring around the country. It's like a for sure happening here in Denver. Like we're going to have I think Denver will be the first city to have a socialist mayor.
No, New York.
No.
New York already has it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And Seattle.
There's like, I think half the...
Wait, no, let me take that back. Communist. I meant to say full-on communist, Mayor. Full-on communist. Yeah, that's
communist. Well, every good socialist becomes a communist.
Holy
so
cow, we already have two. I just realized that we have 2 socialist mayors in America.
It's disgusting.
We are...
That's disgusting. How far away are we from... I mean, we already have a fucking senator.
Wow. All right, let's do this dance with Tony Fauci. I love it. This is the best. This is our Nuremberg trial, people.
Tonight, Senate Republicans voting to hold Dr. Anthony Fauci in contempt of Congress for refusing to answer questions about his...
I just can't get enough of that sourpuss look on this guy's face, because we just had to look at this guy laughing and smugging and hamming it up for the camera for years, smirking and laughing while he was ruining our lives.
We
laughing away.
Joking about like how he had like a makeup and a hair guy before. Now you can tell he's doing it himself.
Its response to the pandemic.
Good.
Seeking the truth is not a witch hunt. Accountability is not vengeance.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer.
Republicans blasting Fauci for invoking his Fifth Amendment rights more than 100 times in last week's hearing.
Well, nothing says honesty like taking the Fifth, huh, Doc?
Democrats tonight defending Fauci.
This investigation has been one-sided from the beginning.
Fauci accused Senator Rand Paul of trying to entrap him into perjury, which was not covered in a preemptive pardon he received from former President Biden.
Any reasonable person who has followed his unhinged obsession with me would readily come to the same conclusion.
In the hearing, Republicans grilled Fauci over his diary, including where Fauci wrote that...
It's pathetic all those empty seats are Democrats who decided not to show up, even though they're the ones who pushed his lies and enforced the lockdowns.
You should have more questions than anybody. This was your expert.
Your punishment, Democrats who voted and went along with this whole thing, should be to sit there and sweat with this piece of shit and have to deal with the embarrassment that you were a part of it. You should have to have your face tied to this.
You should have at least some questions for the guy that convinced you to take vaccines that were more harmful than good.
After we changed the definition of vaccine, let's not
Did you hear the PodSave guys? Dude,
I didn't actually know.
Dude, the PodSave guys, they went on this crazy rant about this, and then they were like, they read these statistics, and it was pretty much like 70% of the left said, why are we even talking about COVID? This is what got me. The one guy says, yeah, it was probably the worst 2 years of our lives. Why would we want to reminisce about it? And I just wanted to. But I was yelling at the radio. It was only 2 years for you Democrats. Florida was open in 3 months.
Yeah,
I don't even think it was 3 months. They weren't even closed a whole summer. It was 2 years in Chicago, Seattle, New York. You know what I mean? It was. It didn't have. You should want to talk about this because it didn't have to be 2 years.
Why did it only happen in some places and not others? Why were BLM allowed to march without masks, whereas the Republicans who were marching against the lockdowns were super spreader events? Why? We're looking for a logical response, please.
And they were right. The BLM was full of shit. That was just a money laundering scheme so some black chicks could buy houses in white neighborhoods.
Called local officials, convincing them to close down schools.
Who the do you think you were for doing that? It is.
This guy tore Fauci a new one. I love his full clip. If you have the time to check it out, I can't specifically remember his name, but he goes on a great speech where he says, I was a business owner before the pandemic. Then I had to close those businesses, and I decided to become a senator just because of you, which I really enjoyed.
I didn't like all that, but a little decorum. I mean, this is.
Yeah, I'm not down with the F-bombs. Again,
we should be more, You're supposed to represent us. You should speak better than me.
Exactly. That's why we're so disgusted by Jasmine Crockett. All right. Don't act like your constituents. Be better. Represent.
You should be the best of us.
Yes, absolutely.
You should be well-read, well-spoken.
Yeah. Save your F-bombs for the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Not in the room where those two gay guys had anal sex during the Biden administration. Right? This is a respectable forum here, man. Man, the insanity of the Biden administration. Well, it's going to take us years to really digest it, dude. I'm telling you,
well,
man.
The adults were back in the room, and they were butt fucking in Congress. And flashing fake tits on the front lawn of the White House. Yeah.
A total disgrace what you did to this country.
The contempt resolution will not be voted on by the entire Senate and carries no legal weight. A reality Paul conceded, but said he still wants answers.
Come on.
Yeah, so yeah, we're getting nothing, people.
Yeah, you're not gonna get nothing.
This is all we get out of it, and I like it. Seeing Tony squirm, we get that sourpuss picture of him taking out the trash. Like, I'm serious. You know, Nuremberg trials, right? They got the hanging of the evildoers, but this is our hanging. This is it. This is what we get. Enjoy it. Soak it in. Remember this picture of this loser taking out the trash. And at the end of the day, highest paid bureaucrat in Congress in the history of DC, still taking out his own trash. I mean, the guy really never made it in my book, honestly. Like in my mind, I made it when I can pay somebody to take my trash from the driveway to the corner.
Not only that, look at the wife. You didn't make it until you marry a younger one. I mean, how many STDs did you even give her from Russian hookers? Come on. You know?
Yeah, man. So I highly recommend.
It's so crazy because all those people, dude, all you heard for like 4 years of Biden was when every time they talked about Trump, nobody was above the law. No, but we need to go after Trump because nobody's above the law. Clearly, Anthony Fauci's above the law.
Totally. Absolutely. And he ruined people's lives, ruined careers. And I think the best part about all of this is the celebration we get to see being experienced by a man who was completely dragged through the mud by our public because he was one of the very few public personas willing to put his name on the line and speak out against the experimental gene therapy. So I would love to give a victory lap to Aaron Rodgers. I think this is well-deserved. This is a great clip. Did you see this at all?
Good for him.
Yeah. ESPN this week. This is fucking awesome.
A couple times today, because you've been very open about coming back for this year, last rodeo, and you talked about your wife saying, hey, have another year. Mike McCarthy being here, obviously a big deal. Can you tell us about the mindset of coming into your last season? Like, that's a real thing, it feels like, because is everything better? Is everything funner? Is everything more awesome? Like, how do you kind of view this year versus maybe the years of the past?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Okay.
Okay. Like
Gotta love that guy.
Okay.
Like that absolute coward, Tony Fauci. Absolute coward. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 111
You
times.
got a pardon and you're in front and you pleaded over 100 times at the White House. What are you scared of, Tony?
Yeah.
I thought you were the science.
Yeah.
I thought you were I am science, and you get up there and you can't answer a question.
Yeah.
What are we doing? And how much time did the network spend at that? How much time did they spend on my responses every week, on my vaccination status?
Yeah.
On Taylor and Travis's.
How about the hours on CNN where they showed a discolored picture of Joe Rogan after he took the ivermectin horse paste, right? Dude, the lies of the media, man. It's unbelievable.
Insane. No, good for him. He deserves every moment.
Absolutely, man.
It's crazy. He was right. And for all of you who are like, are you going to listen to a football player or the head of the CDC and Tony Fauci, the NIH? Yeah, well, the football player was right.
I know,
right?
dude. Yeah, so was the MMA fighter with the
MMA guy was fucking right.
The comedian who beats his brains in a ring. You know what I'm saying? The guy who takes MMA and smokes weed openly on his show. That guy was more scientifically accurate than Sanjay Gupta or anybody else you had on your programs, man.
Are you going to listen to Joe Rogan and take ivermectin? Flash forward 5 years, we get Anthony Fauci's diaries where he's like, yeah, ivermectin, really putting a hitch in our plan here.
Exactly, man. It's again, it's amazing what they did to these supposed villains and the misinformation and now here we are. Sad
Remember,
Tony.
Yeah. One-way street.
One-way street, man.
Aaron
Absolutely.
Rodgers and Joe Rogan are doing better than ever.
Yes.
And Anthony Fauci is sad face carrying out the garbage.
It's incredible. And I'm not going to play it because it's a little weird, but I have a clip of Peter Hotez. He was on Jim Acosta's show, and Jim Acosta was asking him about the vaccines and all this misinformation going on. And Peter Hotez, the guy who predicted every disease ever would be unleashed during the Trump administration.
Yeah, what happened, dude?
He goes on to say, oh, literally, we lost millions of people because they didn't take the vaccine. And he also claims that there was never a lockdown. We never locked down. We just suggested people stay at home.
Oh, that's so crazy.
They keep pushing this narrative that there was never a lockdown.
Crazy.
There's two narratives that they refuse to accept. The lockdowns and the mandates.
Yeah.
You guys locked people down. You shut down schools. You closed down gyms, churches, everything, except for liquor stores and dispensaries. You shut everything down. You forced everybody in their homes. And then you literally said, if you want to go back to the new normal, to our world, if you want to rejoin society, you have to take this experimental gene therapy. And it's mind-blowing to me that nobody agrees with me when I say that we were forced.
No, because you weren't forced. You didn't have to, Frank. You just couldn't go to work. If you wanted to go to a restaurant, you had to, pick it up from the door in the back, and you couldn't go through the restaurant, right? You had to wear your mask. You weren't allowed to go on planes.
Absolutely. You're right,
but it
Mike.
wasn't mandated.
Right. Because a mandate would basically suggest, I would say, that you don't have a choice, right? If it's mandated, you do not have a choice. So that you're right. We did have a choice, if I'm to remember correctly, right, Bill?
But you don't have a choice. People act like you have a choice. People don't feel like going to the stadium when they might get infected. It's not the government who's
Bill
saying,
Gates, the pinnacle of health, the guy you should listen to about your health. This fucking lizard person in a raincoat right here.
Yeah, literally.
This fucking skinny arms, dude. Get the fuck out of here, man.
We never forced you to take this vaccine. There was no mandate, but you have no choice.
This disease, and people are deeply affected by seeing these deaths, by knowing they could be part of the transmission chain.
Can we get a woman with smaller shoulders? She's making Bill Gates look
people, their parents and grandparents could be affected by this. And so you don't get to say, ignore what's going on here. There will be the ability.
She's got the shoulder pads. That's the problem.
That's the problem. That's the
Get those
shoulder
pads
pads.
out of here.
Pull the hair behind the shoulder. I don't know. Do something, man.
When the interview started, he saw the pads and he's like, "Oh no!" So he popped the collar. You can see he popped the collar up.
Because he realized her neck was even thicker. Like, oh god damn. This girl looks like a beast compared to me. I mean, this guy is literally just like this tiny little fucking nerd of a man who made a lot of money off of being an asshole. He finally made it and then killed a bunch of people around the world.
Yeah, he's a slimy, nasty person. Again, I can't stress enough, read The Real Anthony Fauci. There's even just a tiny section on about how he screwed his business partner when he became the head of Microsoft. He screwed his business partner when the guy was recovering from cancer treatment. He was like at his weakest state.
He screwed everybody. Congress had to step in.
Literally,
and do like the anti-monopoly, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
no,
he's the
evil.
worst.
He's the definition of evil. He's the most evil person. And what's interesting is it gets lost a lot in this. And I was rereading Real Anthony Fauci because of all this Fauci stuff in the news. And we shit on Rand Paul a lot, but I do want to thank and salute Rand Paul for bringing Fauci back in the news. It's been great just rehashing this and like talking about it with people again, just reminding her. But
nothing's gonna happen.
Bill Gates Foundation is the leading financer of the World Health Organization between Gates Foundation and Gavi. I forgot that Gavi.
Yeah, Gavi, yeah.
Which is Bill Gates. It's just a different foundation that he runs. So he's combined for the most money that goes into the World Health Organization. But I had no idea until I reread it. Warren Buffett also The Berkshire Hathaway Foundation.
Wow.
Also tied in to the financing via Gates Foundation and Gavi into the World Health Organization, pumping all these vaccines. Yeah, it's weird though. I was thinking about it. It's funny. Warren Buffett, his name never comes up. He's like one of the wealthiest, most powerful people in the modern era. He literally runs the stock market essentially, right? But why everyone...
You know why nobody talks about him? Because he lives in his house in Nebraska. He drives his Toyota Camry.
Right.
Nobody cares until they got to take down a 400-year-old bridge in France because of your $400 million yacht.
Yeah. All right. Good call.
Then we care, when you're fucking sending Katy Perry to the moon, we're like, well, maybe this guy's got too much money.
Good call. I just find it interesting. People focus on Elon being evil because he was a trillionaire for 5 seconds. And then, we all know Gates is an evil billionaire, but you never hear Warren Buffett come up
Let me ask you one question. Which political rally did you see Warren Buffett at?
Well, here's the thing, though. You don't hear about Berkshire Hathaway in any of these conversations, but then you just do some cursory reading and you're like, oh, these guys are tied in with the Gates Foundation and all their evil shit they're pumping into Africa. But why does this guy get a pass? You know what I'm saying? It's super interesting, especially online. All the internet people, I can only assume he's not Jewish, and that's why nobody's talking about him. It's got to be the only reason,
I think it's just because he's quiet. He's married to the same woman. He probably never fucked a kid on Epstein Island.
Good call. Maybe you're right.
I think it might be like you have nothing on him.
Very, very good call. Or maybe he's at the top, and the people at the top, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they just never get sullied in any way.
Maybe.
And Bill
I think he's
Gates,
just I think he's one of those old school billionaires.
You might be right.
Quiet.
I found it interesting. I'm reading through The Real Anthony Fauci, and literally, if you read through The Real Anthony Fauci by RFK Jr., you literally have to take a break every 3 pages and walk your feet in the grass and
disgusting.
Breathe air. It's so disturbing what's in this book, dude. It's all factual and cited. You have literal sites that you could go to and reference
every
it. It's
10 pages you go to the internet and you're like, how many lawsuits are there against RFK? None. Nobody is suing him for this book.
No, Bill Gates figured he'll just let the public read it and decide for themselves.
Yeah, dude. Last thing they want is discovery,
So I love Maha, love RFK Jr., big fan of everything, but I was a little thrown this week by the news of the confirmation of the new CDC director. I thought this was a little strange, actually. Erica Schwartz confirmed as the CDC director. She actually has kind of a tie-in with the mRNA vaccines. She's a proponent. She's a fan. She's a champion of mRNA technology, the booster shots, the COVID shots. So I find it a little strange, a little anti-Maha, if you will, that she was voted in. They brought her in. She's in. They're loving it.
Yeah, Maha. I don't know, man. I think it's just hard to get things done in government.
I figured out why they voted this lady in, Mike. Do you want to know why?
We literally got beef tallow fries at Steak and Shake. And
it's great. I'm happy for everybody.
Good. But yeah,
but it's weird. Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
You just have to dig a little bit, very little, and I mean just by zooming a little bit. What is going on with that necklace right there? That, sir, is a Star of David necklace at the confirmation.
Black Jewish woman.
Yeah.
Wow, a unicorn.
Oh, man.
They found the unicorn.
I think it's through marriage, though, Schwartz. I'm guessing through marriage, Schwartz.
Yeah,
the Schwartz is with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right.
That doesn't count.
But again, everyone's like, why did they let her in? Why did they vote her? Why did RFK pick her? What's going on here? But I don't think you need to ask any of those questions. I think you know exactly why this person was picked, man.
BB said so.
That's right. Donald, Iran has more nukes. Yeah.
Oh, it's so disgusting.
So I thought that was funny. According to the theorists out there, the conspiracy nut jobs, every single time they claim, Mike, there's always some sort of Zionist element going on there, right? And I've noticed something because there's been a lot of news segments out of Tel Aviv. No chemtrails in Tel Aviv. I've never once seen video footage. It's always blue skies. But then here, chemtrails everywhere, geoengineering. I mean, we literally, have you seen, there's a...
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. You got to spread it out over everybody here because we kind of got to all take it, right? Because we're all equal here. But if you're Israel, everybody around you is just inferior humans.
Right.
So you never have to spray your air. You just spray all the air over the inferiors. You know
right.
What I mean?
Yes.
The
that
people
makes
that
sense.
don't matter. Right.
I'm just saying, no chemtrails in Tel Aviv, people. Take a look. Whenever they're showing you anything from Tel Aviv, just kind of, peek around in the background. You'll see nary a chemtrail. But we're winding down. I know we've hit this point.
I mean, Ben Shapiro especially, they always talk about how like Ben Shapiro, once a week you're telling me about how like there's this Jewish guy who he does just happen to have all this power, but people saying that the Jews have all the power isn't true.
Right.
But every week it's a new guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like once a week he's like, and Nick Fuentes brought up the CEO of the largest weapons manufacturer in America, and just because he's Jewish, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll give you the biggest weapons manufacturer. And it's like next week it's like, and just because the largest contractor for ships to the U.S. Defense Department is a Jew. He's like, oh, all right, well, now we got missiles and ships. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? It's like, after I've been listening to you for all these years, it's, it might not be anti-Semitic to say you guys are controlling everything. Why is it that 20 million% of the population wins all the Nobel Prizes, has all the defense contracts, is in war with half the world?
Why is every Wikipedia page for everyone in Hollywood have Ashkenazi Jew in the description? I mean, it's something we should all just at least be a little curious about, man. But hey, first of all, Mike, let us not forget, folks, we respect and love our Jewish overlord brethren. We accept shekels, gold, and silver on the show. 30 pieces of silver, send it our way.
What symbol do you do for Jews? Like... And then the best part is like, you guys you're not even trying to hide it, because then you release this virus on the world and there's only one group that it doesn't affect. Ashkenazi Jews.
And the Chinese, though, bro.
What the fuck is going on here, man?
Yeah, this disease that broke out of a lab in China doesn't affect Chinese and Ashkenazi Jews, the only other non-Chinese. Come on, dude.
And it happens to be the Jews that win all the Nobel Prizes in bioweapons. I'm just saying, man. Ben, you're kind of, giving yourself away here with all the objections.
He means well, Mike. He just wants to spill white American blood on the front lines of Iran, not Jewish blood, just white American blood on the, it's just a simple sacrifice we should be willing to make as Goyim, right? As the Goy cattle, we should be willing to sacrifice our sons and daughters for Ben Shapiro, Ben Gvir, Bibi Netanyahu, and their dream for the greater Israel, right?
You should hear the shit he says about it. Bro, the shit he says about Palestine, where he's like, it was the most targeted, like they tried to save civilian lives as much as possible. You motherfuckers leveled it. We saw them before it. There was nothing left. What do you mean?
It's impossible to not call it a genocide because you killed all life in the entire vicinity.
There wasn't even a dog running. You know what I mean? There was nothing. There's nothing left but rubble.
Yeah, again, it got to a point where, just this week, I read every week the Democracy Now! And Amy Goodman dedicates the first 10 minutes to the widespread murdering of Palestinians in Gaza still. And every day I'm like, how are there still more Palestinians alive to continue killing?
Oh,
It
they're
doesn't
like
even make
rats.
sense.
They are like rats. In every way is the problem.
Oh, Mike, well, we're winding down. There's one more issue I did.
Here's my argument, though, right, with the whole killing the children and the Palestinians. Everybody says if they got a time machine, they would go back and kill Hitler, right?
Right.
I got 1 million Hitlers you can kill right now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good call. Wow.
Right? Why are we so okay and so open and talk about going back in time and killing a baby Hitler? But we got all these baby terrorists.
Great call, man. That's an interesting concept, though, the idea of I will go back in time and kill this one individual, and then somehow I will make the world a better place.
There'd be another Hitler, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Isn't it the way of the world, like God's plan, if you will, or, you know, the way things are supposed to be, that if you take out this tyrant who started this calamity, another tyrant will replace it and create the calamity? Maybe not the same, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like all the time travel movies we've ever seen always kind of make that claim,
Well, I mean,
and that seems right in my book, honestly.
It's kind of like Hitler wasn't even the first Hitler. And actually, if you really think about it, all the Hitlers before Hitler would kind of laugh at the Hitler numbers. I mean, even Stalin and Mao.
I know.
are
Stalin
laughing
killed
at
millions, man. It's
Of his
crazy.
own.
Of his own people. That's what's so
Hitler was
insane
like-
about it.
Hitler's like, no, these guys are the problem. These motherfuckers killed their own people. They were like, you're the problem.
Bro, great call. Like, Hitler isn't even Hitler according to our numbers here, man. Like, really, Stalin's the guy we should be talking
Hitler
about.
wasn't even the Hitler of his time. And all those people, all of those people on a historical scale are nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Good call, dude. It's
crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, it is really crazy stuff, man. But either way, we're cruising along. Time is running out on us, but I there's a few things I did want to just kind of breeze over real quick because I thought it was really funny. Tucker Carlson did what we laugh about nonstop, and he
Dude,
did what
so
nobody
funny.
should ever do ever. Tucker Carlson unveils a 10-point manifesto. So I assume he's going to Tucker Carlson will be the shooter in some mass shooting event, I imagine, because that's what happens when you write a
First of all,
manifesto.
I didn't even know Tucker was a tranny. Good to know. It's good to know. And second, if you're going to a church this weekend, don't. If I know anything about these manifestos, this tranny is going to shoot up a church. I mean, this is crazy. Do not write a manifesto.
Tucker
Yeah.
Carlson plans a third party of some sort. I watched his thing he did, his episode.
So stupid.
Kinda
Your third party
lame.
is you and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah. And
Wah, wah, wah.
Joe Kent and
Who?
Thomas Massey.
Joe who? I mean, come on, dude. Nobody cares.
Joe Kent's a hero in the conservative sphere, man. Alex Jones loves Joe Kent. They think he's a man out there speaking the truth. He apparently
Psyop,
wants to
dude.
make a run for president. Oh, yeah. Well, he's CIA.
Dude, come on. You're
It-
never
it's-
former.
No,
You're never former.
or attempted. Tucker Carlson, you're not,
I
like,
love it
you're
how it's
CIA,
like,
dude.
It's like, oh, you were a Marine for 2 years, 30 years ago. Semper Fi, once a Marine, never a Marine. You're a
Right.
soldier 30 years ago for 18 months. Yeah, you're always a soldier. You were CIA for 20 years until 3 weeks ago. You're former.
No, now you're a podcaster breaking narratives. Sean Ryan, man, you're on our team, dude.
Once CIA, always CIA, you know?
Absolutely, dude. Yes. So Tucker Carlson, former CIA, maybe current CIA, building a third party. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, Joe Kent,
retarded.
all these other goofballs.
Save your time and money. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
totally
You
ridiculous.
should team up with Andrew Yang.
Yeah, great call. And or maybe we can get real alive candidates to just finish out their terms because apparently we all forgot that Mitch McConnell's been dead for like 2 months essentially.
The best part is this isn't even a current picture. This is like 4 years ago. He looks like a ghost. That's not even a recent picture. Look how dead he is. Jesus Christ.
McConnell allegedly has been released from rehabilitation facilities after his June fall. I guess he took a fall and then had pneumonia. And they're claiming that's why he's been MIA from the floor of the Senate.
I don't care if a fall can put you out for 6 months. You're too old.
You're out. Yes,
You're not a
absolutely,
senator.
man. Yes.
Come on. Look at the guy. And he can't talk. He's wasting away.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I thought that's insane. So either way, I think I can squeeze it in for the finale here of the program. So much going on, but most importantly, more importantly than anything else in the world right now, the WNBA just cannot stop digging its own grave this past week.
Funny.
And WNBA trending in the news, not about any basketball play whatsoever. I actually know no scores, standings. I don't know who's the MVP.
Oh, that black
I know
chick, that black chick like forearm Sophie Cunningham. That was that. You didn't see that?
So we're living in such ridiculous times. The WNBA has caught themselves in a bit of a pickle here where they are. I know everybody thinks it's the Women's National Basketball League. I think that's confused a lot of folks over this time. WNBA stands for Woke National Basketball League. I think people need to realize that. They have declared their stance that they are pro-trannies because of Sophie Cunningham, this super babe, the only babe I think that is on in the WNBA. Showing.
Dude, a chick 6 foot and hot.
Us short kings love the hot tall blondes, man.
I
Absolutely.
have a poster of you in my bedroom. I'm a 38-year-old man. Jesus Christ, you're beautiful.
And dude, she posts videos on TikTok of her twerking and shaking her
she's
booty.
beautiful.
Yeah, she's a hot chick, man. Absolutely.
Amazing.
And that's why they hate her, by the way. The WNBA has
sure.
fought for 20 years to make black lesbians the face of their league. And all of a sudden, Caitlin Clark, a chick who looks like a dude but is phenomenal at basketball, and then this
Larry
super
Bird.
hot babe are now, these two white chicks are now the face of the league, and they can't stand it. They absolutely can't stand it. And the best part about all of it is this chick went out there and said, hey, look, I'm not down with the lady fellas playing in the lady sports. I want the fellas out, just ladies. Can we do that? That seems most fair. All this backlash, now everyone's protesting. And then apparently some people did some digging into the rules, and former NBA great Enes Kantor, who I'm now calling Sheenus Kantor. I think that's how we need to, I think he needs to change it to Sheenus Kantor. It's the Sheenus Penis Kantor coming at you, baby.
Sheenus the Penis Kantor. Dude, that is great. The best WNBA.
Dude, this has just gotten so out of control. So if anyone hasn't been paying attention, one of the coaches came out in a press conference. It was so ridiculous that they asked her about trainees playing in the league, and she goes, oh, we got to be open and welcome everybody.
The irony, the fact that you're a league that literally has to exist because you can't compete with the men. It's the and then you're gonna you are subsidized by the male league. Like you should be fucking. Come on, people, be grateful, right?
So inevitably, the comments by people in the league where they're saying, no, we're welcoming, we're inclusive, we're all in on the diversity, the I forgot what the E stands for, and the inclusivity and all that nonsense bullshit. Equity, that's it. Yeah, thank you. So we're all in. So we're not going to deny people who want to play in our league. So they're literally saying, yes, men can play in the league. So Enes Kantor, 6'10", former center from the Celtics.
Is he 6'10"?
6'10", yeah. He's a mammoth human being, dude. He has now declared himself for the 2027 WNBA draft. It does not get funnier than this. I mean, this is literally peak comedy. I never saw this coming this year. And on top of it all, on top of all of this, there are now calls for a French trans player who happens to
this chick. Bro, you sent me the dude. This chick. I'm not. I can't even call him a chick.
I mean, it's a huge bitch. That's what it is. Yeah. It's
Look at the shoulders, dude. Look at the shoulders. He's such a beast. I love how he's like, give me fake tits. I'll take the B's. I don't want to be too ridiculous.
There's video of this guy dunking on this chick, man. It's so freaking funny. I hope I could find it. I don't know if I saved it or not, but this was just making the rounds all over the interwebs this week. Very, very funny stuff. Oh yeah, here it is. So I can't get enough of this guy. But this is a French guy. His name's Julie Tatart, and so we got a shot of him. Here's Julie driving it to the hole, knocks the chick over, and then look at the chest bump. Boom! Yes. Look at how huge this guy is.
It was a chest bump for him, chin bump for his teammate.
It literally was like Jokic from the Nuggets, dude. This guy,
huge.
Look at
towering over him. He
gets the and one.
He pushed 4 girls out of the way in the air. Get the fuck out of here.
This is Julie Tatart, biological male who has transitioned completely, led France's 2nd Division Women's League in scoring and rebounding last year, Mike. He's an MVP scorer. He averages a 20-20 in this league. He's an absolute beast, dude. He totally dominates these chicks.
Frick, I don't know why you're laughing. That is a beautiful woman.
It's so fucking funny, dude. I can't get over this shit, man. It's just such a manly guy. And so here's what's killing me about this. I was really thinking about it all week because everybody's been talking about this. This is so fucking funny and to me. But I was wondering if you would kind of parlay with this with me, Mike, because I feel like this kind of hits home to you. I've noticed a trend. No short king lady fellas.
Wow, yeah.
Am I right on the money with that?
You don't...
Think about Thailand. The lady fellas in Thailand, they're all tiny fellas. You know, they're effeminate. But out here in Western society, Europe and America, look at what's the Kardashian guy, Jenner, Bruce Jenner,
huge.
right?
He's like 6'3".
Or who's the former health secretary? He's like 6'4".
He was a
former
fucking
football player,
D1 lineman or a linebacker, dude.
Why are they all huge dudes?
They're huge dudes.
They're all huge dudes. Like, the guy, that Amy lady who was running for the candidacy in Maine last week or 2 weeks ago. The clip of
they're always like 6 feet tall. Yeah.
So I have a theory on the lady fellas. They're all huge athletic dudes. I'm wondering if there's something to do with young fellas who have this like just burst of testosterone as young guys, and so they become mammoth men. But then because of all the shit in our water that's turning the frogs gay and the pharmaceuticals and plastics and everything, we're now rapidly losing testosterone as a culture, but also quicker as men, like younger, we're losing testosterone. What if the big young dudes have all this testosterone, but now they're losing it suddenly really rapidly at like 35, 45 in that age group. And so these are the guys who the hormone imbalance maybe is just so dramatic that they just go lady fella because they like their mind can't handle it. Whereas short kings like you and myself, right? We didn't have that super burst of testosterone as young dudes. We just kind of mellowed the testosterone. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was a ride, you know, like because I feel like to be huge and mammoth and masculine, there's got to be a lot of testosterone going on. There has to be.
Well,
right?
I think what you're kind of picking up on is steroids.
And I'm leaning a little into the steroids. Yes.
Steroids make you taller. You'll grow more if you take them in
right.
teenage years. And then I think that causes the crash.
Right on.
I forgot what it was. There was something about like Bruce Jenner, and it was like half of his team were like trannies at one point.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's absolutely
in their
honestly.
like 50s. And it has to do with like something like that. I don't remember. But I think you're just picking up on steroid use, fucking up with the hormones and everything. And then, as you get older, it's even worse.
Even worse, man. So, all right. I think I'm onto something with that. Then.
And if you're 5'7", you probably didn't take steroids.
good call. Right. We missed the boat. We missed the boat on the steroid growth spurt there. Yeah.
I was offered them so many times throughout my life, and I never took them. Should have taken them.
This is
could have been 5'10", you know?
This is all leading to, and I won't play the clip because we're running low on time, but Clay Travis of Outkick Sports is offering $10 million to the WNBA to put up their championship winning team, Las Vegas Lynx, to play a championship winning boys high school basketball team. He's offering $10 million. It'll be on pay-per-view. All proceeds will go to a charity of their choice. And the $10 million winner, if it's the boys team, the boys will get the money. And if it's the Lynx, if it's the WNBA team, they'll get the money. They refuse to play. They refuse to do it. They're not even responding. No, they can't.
Dude, because they can't do high school. Did you see that thing where it was all those NBA guys talking? And
I missed that. No.
This one guy was like, I forgot what the fuck his name is. I don't know any player that played after like 07.
That's perfect. That's probably those guys that were talking. Yeah.
But the guy was saying how he hit 6 feet in 8th grade.
Right.
And he was like, in 8th grade, I was over 6 feet tall. And he was saying in 8th grade, his sister's college team would have them play. Him and his buddies.
Yeah.
And he was like, some of those girls are in the WNBA now. And he would take on like 1-on-4.
Exactly.
Like an 8th grade, he said in 8th grade he could dunk, and he was already playing above the rim, and they never could.
That's
and
what nobody understands with this debate, which is WNBA women play under the rim.
Yeah.
Men's basketball play above the rim. It's a whole different world.
It's a whole
sport.
different world.
Yes, dude. There's no comparison.
No,
you
dude,
can't have them play.
This guy, when he jumps and puts his hand up, that hand is 14 feet in the air.
I
know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that hand is so high. Like, you gotta shoot over that.
Right on the money, dude. It's absolutely crazy.
But it was a great clip. I wish I would have sent it to you, because I don't know these players. I'm sure they're like, and it was like 4 of them, and they were all talking about how, like, they were talking about when they could dunk, and all of them were saying in middle school they hit 6 feet, and that's when they can dunk.
Right. That's Clay Travis's whole point, which is he's actually specifically saying, I think, 15-year-old high school kids, like freshmen. He's saying a freshman class of
that
kids.
Would be,
because that's when they are hitting those growth spurts, and they're dunking, they're flying through the air, but there's still some lesser height going on. Whereas senior level high school kids, these guys are all 6'9", and they're soaring through the sky. You know what I mean? They're like literally flying above over you. You know?
Yeah.
It's very funny.
The proof is in the pudding that you don't even want Enes to come play with you.
Right.
There's an open ticket for any woman that wants to go play in the NBA.
Absolutely.
They would love to have a woman that can compete in the NBA.
For sure. But I think WNBA, they're in a pickle. They've tied themselves in a knot here. They've declared themselves woke, right? They are all in on the DEI and all that stuff, the pro woke, all. So they have, what's their choice here? You stay woke, and you allow some gigantic freaking lady fella come into your league and own all the records and just completely dominate the league, right? If you're going to stand on your morals.
In 4 years, it's just going to be retired NBA players.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the whole league.
Rodman's dusting off his wedding dress as we speak right now, man. He's ready. He still has the blonde wig and everything, man. He's ready to go, dude.
Player, if you will.
Yeah, dude. He rightfully says always he was the first trainee, man. I'm telling you.
He married himself. Come on, we all remember.
So yeah, WNBA, you have a choice. You stay woke and you let a dude come in and just own and dominate your league. And by the way, your ratings will never be better. Because I'm tuning in to watch this guy just dominate your league, dude. Trump even hilariously said he was going to start his own WNBA team with all dudes, and he was going to call LeBron James. So WNBA, you could either bring in your trans athletes, which according to you guys belong in your sport, or
well, you know what the WNBA should do it where like you get 2. And they're the enforcers. Like, remember how like hockey used to have like the enforcers?
Oh, I love it. Yes.
And then you have like, because you know with like the Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark thing, you know what I mean? Like, imagine you just have 2 giant dudes guarding Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Angel Reese comes in and just gets thrown halfway across the court.
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I'll do one. I think 1 per team, and then and you get like time, like only certain amount of time that your enforcer man can be out the court.
Yeah.
So then you have to kind of
like
strategize.
3 per quarter, 9 overall.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Oh,
so like one coach brings the enforcer in early. You're like, ooh, do I bring in mine to counter, or do I let him beat the crap out of my team for a little bit and bring in my enforcer later in the second half, right? Yeah, a lot of strategy going on there.
As a whole new element. I like that, the enforcers.
And again, I just love the idea of just like a gigantic behemoth 6'10" dude coming in just beating chicks up for like 20 minutes.
It's hilarious. That'd be so cool to watch.
Oh man, good stuff. Funny times. We're living in really hilarious times. Mike, do you want to call it? I know it's been a late night, long one for you.
I gotta be at work at 5 tomorrow.
I think we gotta call it.
We gotta do the algo. That's my fun. That's the funniest.
Mike's algo, man.
That's the funniest part, dude.
I had a feeling you would want to. All right, Mike's algo.
I've been using the Twitter more. Like I've been doing the more just so to see what you pick is the.
I noticed, man. All right, so on Mike's algo this week, it was a good one. You actually had a lot to choose from. I was a bit overwhelmed, and I may even played something earlier on our docket that was just from your algo. But this week's theme, I loved it. Flock cameras and sudden blindness. I thought this was spectacular,
Flock
dude.
cameras is crazy.
Dude, and it inspired me to go online and see the flock cameras around my house. It's actually unbelievable.
No, dude, they're putting them in like golf courses. They're putting them in parks. Like,
so they're in a lot of parking lots for retailers and all this stuff because of theft, they're claiming. Car theft, store theft. They can track the suspects when they're leaving these places.
One thing they're not telling you is these like places are getting paid to have them there. And I didn't know this was going on, but researching this led me into going down this rabbit hole of there's this whole thing where you'll see cars have like weird cameras on them. And if you have a job where you drive, like delivering packages, delivering Uber driver, DoorDash, whatever, you could sign up for this thing where you scan license plates while you're driving.
Man.
And they pay you for it.
That's why, dude, Sean, you're on the money with the 2003 work van, by the way. No one's watching you. You're in the right car, my man. Honestly, like, we're getting screwed right now.
Oh, it's crazy. No, but they're saying they could use it, and then they're recording all that mass information, and then it's like, if you do something, they know where your license plate has been.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
Not only that, the flock cameras are accessing your cell phone data. They have access. They can tap into your cell phone. So you're driving past them. They're collecting your data on your cell phone. So all your apps, everything. Plus, I'm in Emma's car. Emma has completely fused her iPhone with the car. And so it's like the same machine. So the data in the phone is in the car, and that's just being flooded into everything with these flock. These flock cameras are really bad, man.
It's Idiocracy where they drive by and the camera scans your arm.
Yes, absolutely,
that's where we're
dude.
Oh, it's so crazy.
Not Sure was his name, if I'm not mistaken.
Not Sure.
I can't remember exactly, but pretty close. So here we go. This is we have folks, heroes out there. Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them walk around with baseball bats and sawzalls, and they cut down these flock cameras. I'm a huge fan of this, actually.
Developing story in Winona. Police there say 10 flock cameras around the city have been cut down and stolen. Officials say the automated license plate readers were sawed off at their poles in Winona.
And I don't want to encourage crime or theft, but a lot of gold inside of these flock cameras, allegedly. Allegedly.
Winona and on the Mississippi River Bridge in Buffalo County.
The real prize is the appreciation from your fellow man.
Dude,
that is. You know?
There's one guy who got busted, and there's like $20,000 or 20,000 people who are vouching that he wasn't there cutting down the flock cameras.
I saw that, dude. It's so funny.
Yes, dude.
I wanted, you know, and I meant to message it. I was gonna say he was plumbing with me all day. I'll pay that motherfucker's fee, whatever it is. Yes.
I mean, outside of Epstein, is there a more bipartisan topic in our world than the flock cameras, dude?
We need
it doesn't
to stop
matter.
this now.
Everybody wants this done. Yes, absolutely.
So across the region, use the technology to investigate crimes and locate missing persons. Civil liberties advocates have raised privacy concerns about the camera's widespread use. Officials tell us an investigation is ongoing.
Yeah.
And then the craziest thing, what's it? Democracy Now! Did a whole deep dive on it. Like, what was it? 20 to 30% of the use of those flock cameras was law enforcement stalking their exes or current significant others. Of course.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Course.
What do you expect, man? It's going to be
expect.
Totally, dude. They're going to use this shit for ill will.
All these cops are getting busted for illegally using it. They're losing their jobs. This isn't good for anybody. It's not good for us. It's not good for the guys using it.
No,
you know, too much.
Not.
Remember that scene in Batman where like he gives him the cell phone radar thing for every cell phone in Gotham?
Yes.
And then he's like, you need to destroy it. It's too much power.
No one man should have this much power in their hands,
too
basically.
Much power,
right?
Man. We need to realize there is that point, you know?
Over 120,000 flock safety camera units across 49 states have been vandalized in the last year or stolen, according to multiple cities.
America.
That's democracy, people. Democracy in action, man. Yes, I love it.
People are speaking, right?
Yes, absolutely. We are saying no thanks, amigo. We are not down with this constant surveillance. All around, by the way, I get shit in the mail all the time for pictures of the car crossing a double line or all this crap. It's just, we live in a surveillance state where our politicians have made crap decisions, so they're out of money, so they're just freaking dinging all the tax-paying, law-abiding citizens, making careless mistakes on the road that normally would have never netted anything by a police officer. Now you're getting dinged $50, $75 because they got to collect money from somewhere somehow. That's
a good call. You know what I want to know? Like, I can't even fucking pick my nose in in a park zone without getting a ticket with a picture of me and everything. It's like,
right? Yeah.
But still, every 3 days, I get an Amber Alert.
Exactly.
Why you need me to find these kids? You know what I mean? Got all these cameras.
Oh, man, that's a good one, Mike. I'm really glad you put that out there and retweeted it and put it out for the folks to talk about. Flock cameras not getting enough attention. I'm so blown away.
Nobody's talking about it. Here's the thing: when nobody talks about it, when Ben Shapiro and Pod Save America are not talking about it, that's what you need to pay attention to. Just like the collapse of the Japanese stock market.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
There's things that you hear about when you're like, nobody's talking. They're all talking about Trump's new haircut.
The pool, the reflecting pool.
And the reflecting, nobody, and Gene Panero, what the fuck, Gene?
Right, I don't.
What's her name?
Who cares?
The judge, whatever.
Hero, exactly.
Nobody's talking about this.
Great call, dude. No, when they're not talking about, no, that's why I brought up the data center protests and who was financing it. Which, surprise, surprise, China and Soros, right? They're financing these data center protests. But why all the data center protests when you're protesting data centers, but you're not protesting the fucking cameras across your street recording your data, like collecting the data? You don't care about the cameras collecting your data, but you're obsessed with the center where the data's going. Focus locally, small first, maybe be upset about the camera recording you, sending it to the center, then deal with the center, man. Are you kidding me?
Not only that, it's 12 o'clock on a Tuesday. The only reason you're protesting is you don't have a fucking job. Maybe maybe apply to build the fucking data center, you fucking mook.
Oh, man. Unbelievable. Well, winding down, We're doing Mike's Algo. Do you have enough one for one last thing? Because it's always top of mind for us. It's so I can't believe that this also doesn't get enough talk because they're
right on the heels of
Scott Galloway. Oh man! And what do you say? In 12 months, every human being will be on GLP-1s.
Everyone
Really,
at this
Scott?
table. No, everything that's come out has been good, Frank. We have it every time news comes out. It's good news. Every time.
Every time.
Glaucoma and also sudden blindness. It's called Nion, which is now twice as more prevalent because of the GLP-1 drugs.
Excuse me? but Scott Galloway.
I can't get over Scott Galloway saying, no, everyone will be on this because it's a miracle drug. And this guy's like, we have now seen a twofold increase in blindness.
Sudden blindness.
And I want to remind all the young fellas out there, this GLP-1 does not actually make your penis any bigger, and it does not grow any hair on your head.
You don't get taller.
Actually, this guy later in the interview talks about how he takes Viagra every day because it increases his hair growth.
Yeah, I don't want to walk around with a boner all day, though, you know?
Yeah, but you got the hard dick, the ladies are impressed, and you got the full head of hair.
True. What's his name? The fag clavicle. He said you got to approach women with a boner. Did you see that?
Excuse me?
Yeah. No. Frank, the problem is not that you're this 5'7" bald guy walking up to this girl. You're not walking up to her with a boner. That's what you should have you should have an erection that she can see.
This is how you know clavicular has a micro penis. He's walking around with a boner and nobody knows.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
My first question is, how could you afford all those pants? I can't. You're not Italian. Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You and I, we got different. We've got that Southern Italian gene going on there. There's a murky blood pool there, man.
I know what you're gonna say. Sweatpants, yeah, but then my ankles get cold. You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna do?
I mean. Look, I'm no Peter North over here, but I'm just saying, like, I can't walk around with a boner. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm a guy walking around with a boner. I'm not
knocking over vases. I'm sorry, vases.
I didn't know you also drove a Subaru. All right, man. Very nice.
I was speaking the clavicle on that one. You know, I didn't appreciate it.
Really? It's not well known, obviously. Companies don't want to talk about it. But yes, sudden blindness has doubled seemingly because of these meds. So you have to be
Holy shit.
careful.
Sudden blindness has...
That's all I need to know. Double the blindness. I'm out, Doc. Thanks. You know, suddenly that treadmill doesn't look that bad.
Dude, I can't get over this. It's like we're at the point, Mike, by the way, it's a one-way street with the Ozempic and with the GLP-1s. What was it? We started at some blindness. Now we're at double the blindness. We're doubling rates of blindness. Dude, I was a no when it was maybe blindness, like potential blindness. Now you're saying, we're doubling the rates of blindness now.
What is wrong with you fat fucking lazy cows where you're like, double blindness? What's the alternative? Treadmill and you can't eat as much. I'll take the risk of the blindness.
So, you mean I gotta wake up early and exercise? Now give me the blindness, man. Yeah.
What do I look like, The Rock? Come on. I'm just trying to lose a few pounds.
Seriously though, like, is it that hard to not eat fast food or to intermittent fast once in a while?
Not eat
Like,
fast food, yes.
literally, is it that hard? You'd rather just risk blindness.
That's crazy.
To not even look healthy. When you're on these drugs, you look like a cancer patient on these drugs.
Even if you win and don't go blind, you still lose muscle mass.
You turn into Whoopi Goldberg. Like, nobody's
you see Jeff Goldblum, not Jeff Goldblum.
You sent us now on a 30-minute spiral on so many different tangents.
Not John Goodman. Have you seen the pictures of John
Oh,
Goodman?
I did see that, dude. No. Oh my God, man.
And he says he's healthier now, and thank God. Dude, you're going to have a rough... You do not want to be 80 years old and have like no muscle. You know what I mean?
Holy cow, dude.
It's crazy how bad he looks. I've never seen somebody lose weight and just be like so worried about them. You know what I mean? Like,
what's his name? John Goldman? No, did I write the wrong name?
Jeff Goodman.
John Goodman.
John Goodman. Yeah, John Goodman. John Goodman. Mr. Goodman.
Yeah, this guy let's see here.
Some guy
all right.
like ran into him and it went viral.
At the grocery store, it did go viral. I saw it. It was really freaky deaky, actually. He looks like he's dying.
I didn't even recognize it, dude. I was like, I didn't even know who these were when I first saw it. I was like, who are these guys?
Like being thin is healthier than being fat, but rapidly losing weight in any capacity, not healthy on any level.
The guy on the left, look how much healthier he looks.
I know
he's got meat on the bones.
He eats cheeseburgers, like.
Oh, that's terrible, dude.
Because, dude, these GLP-1s, you're just not consuming anything. I've really been like thinking about how people it's not just the not eating, because they're saying, oh, it's great for alcoholism and drug use. Like, you don't want to put anything in your body, like water or nutrients. Like, it's crazy to me that, like, if you decide to become healthy and work out and exercise and eat right, well, then when you start eating right, you're eating hard-boiled eggs and blueberries. And you know what I mean?
You actually end up eating more, but it's like healthy.
You do. Absolutely. And you're doing the steak, and you're skipping the bread, and you're not doing the mayo, and you're not doing the sour cream, and you cut down on these little things, but you still consume. You're consuming the whole time through. Whereas the GLP-1s, man, you people are just not consuming anything. You're literally taking a drug that just kills you. You're starving yourself to death. This is an anorexia drug. That's what it is. And quite frankly, the heroin addicts from Calvin Klein in the 90s looked healthier than you people on the Ozempic. I hate to break it to you. The heroin addicts starving themselves in the 90s looked better than anybody on Ozempic or GLP-1s right now. This stuff, by the way, man, I'm telling you, it conveniently came out when everybody stopped taking their booster shots for their experimental gene therapy that was killing people conveniently. They needed something else to kill people. All right. So, we haven't looked into it.
Eugenics, man.
I'm willing to bet the Bill Gates Foundation is somehow involved with the Ozempic, Novo Nordisk, Novo Nordisk, whoever this company is that pushed this stuff.
No,
but
what's crazy is like people think we're crazy because we'll talk about like Fauci and Bill Gates and everything. And it's like, you guys don't understand all the men that are that age that were in college in the 70s. All of them cite books that were like, still to this day, they'll cite books like Population Bomb. Bill Gates still says it was the most influential book he ever read. Right? And all these guys mention these books, and then you go read them, and these books are all about eugenics and how how humans are a plague on the earth.
Yes.
It's insane. So
literally,
we're not crazy for thinking that they are eugenicists. They say these books were their most influential books.
Not only that, these are concepts inspired by literal Nazis. This was a Nazi idea, man. The Nazis were all in, and the Nazis who escaped Germany came to America and brought eugenics into the American zeitgeist,
and then we put them in like the highest levels of bureaucracy where they were never fired, and then their children were given jobs. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
No wonder we're fucking supporting Ukraine.
Well, dude, look at the eugenics going on and the Cold War, everything that's happening with Ukraine. You're right on the money. We said it before. I'll say it again. It's hard to believe. It's hard to admit. We are the Nazis. We're the Nazis, man. We were the Nazis the whole time, dude. Come on.
Speaking of one-way streets here, at the very beginning of the war, Putin said, you guys are trying to inject GMOs into our food supplies, and you guys have bioweapons labs, and you have Nazi regimes in Ukraine. 2 of the 3 have now been proven true.
Excuse me?
It's a one-way street here. We're now 2 for 3.
It's just a matter of time for number 3, dude.
The Nazis and some of us already know the truth. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give him a 2.5 on this one. I don't know. Putin might be the most honest world leader we have.
Bro, he was the only one out there
know?
saying that the West is run by Satanists and that they literally, the elites, he literally said the elites drink the blood of the youth and use adrenochrome. He said this. Putin
And
went
they do
out
it
there
on
and said
this
this.
island. You're not gonna believe it. When they're on the island, and when they're not on the island, they go to this place in Mexico. It's like, dude, yeah, he was the only one that's like actually being honest.
Mike, you're wrong. The island's where they eat the babies. New Mexico is where they genetically create the babies.
No, I think you got that backwards.
I might
The
have
island is where they fuck them.
Right.
Zorro Ranch is where they eat them and make new ones. You know,
Right.
you want
Oh,
that-
now I got it. Yeah.
You want that food fresh, Frank. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to Boston for the lobster. You know what I'm saying?
Suddenly, I'm hankering for pizza. I don't know why. That's kind of weird.
Didn't even know you were a billionaire. Huh?
That's right. I'm thirsty for grape soda and I'm hungry for pizza all of a sudden. Very strange, man. Mike, fastest hour or 3 in the universe. So glad you were able to make it back from work and do a late show. I want to thank everybody for hanging out, enjoying the good times, great oldies. Thanks to our overlords out there. We accept shekels, yen, and all the good stuff. Dude, Sean, rocking the chat room. Thank you, sir. Good to see you back. I love it, man. Absolutely. And I think I covered it all. We will see you all next week, same time, same place. Yes!
For you, man.
Yeah, man. I love it.
We didn't even talk about the Hormuz, Strait of Hormuz.
It's not even a real thing. It's not even actually happening. You know what? It'll be the same news next Sunday, guaranteed. Sort of a deal, no deal.
Tune in next week.
Crazy about a shot, yes, man.